sense that electricity in the air? Do you smell those ionized particles? Do you feel your bowels loosening with a deep thrum from hundreds of thrusters firing at once? That, my friends, can only mean one thing. Galactic Tour is once again at the Intergalactic Aerospace Expo. This is the premier air and space show in the Empire. The IAE has the biggest manufacturers, the best modders, and the greatest pilots, all gathered in one spot for enthusiasts like us to gawp at. I mean, if I had a cred for every time I've said, "Whoa, you see that?" I would be slightly more wealthy than I already am. The point is, I am excited. The best part? We're going to be here all week long. Get ready for exclusive events, exciting announcements, limited edition ship variants, and exclusive insider access with me, Jax McCleary. There's a lot more coming in the days ahead, so strap in and hold on. Trust me, you're going to want to see this.
Expo, and with me is Chris Roberts.
Big welcome to all the backers out there joining us around the verse for the first day of the Expo.
Yes, very cool. And as you know, the IAE is a chance for everybody from astro engineers all the way down to hobbyists to get together and share their love of ships.
Yeah, once again, the big manufacturers are putting out all the stops. We've got a whole slew of updates to pass along, and there have been rumors that Drake and Aspera are going to make big announcements today.
And it's not all ships either. The Electronic Access Invitational is holding their finals later today after some intense competition in Arena Commander earlier this morning.
Well, actually, they were just practicing. They're actually going to have the final a little later on in the show. So we're getting ahead of ourselves. We've got a lot to show you all today.
Yes, we do, and you're right. Let's stop talking about it and get this thing started. First up, we are going to head out to the UK office to get an update about capital ships.
Which I know everyone likes to see.
Yes, they do.
So that's right. Nathan Disley is back for a new segment called Big Guns of the UEE, and he will be showing us some very cool stuff. But first, let's show a little teaser video and then get into the segment with Nathan. Here you go.
Past few months, there's been an awful lot going on in regards to not only the small ships but also the capital ships. Should we say the big guns of the fleet, the UEE. That's the Idris, the Bengal, and the Javelin. You've seen the Javelin in a disarray of state in the Homestead demo. The Idris has consistently been in development for a very long time now. There's been an awful lot going into it. There's so many kind of factors that you need to account for. Design, art, aesthetic, cinematics. Does it play well? Does it feel good? There's all these kind of things going on. The Idris was always the first of that fleet to kind of go through that motion. So that's pretty much there now. We've got one room, I think, that's left to do, which is the missile room. But that's going to be a fun, good task. Leave the best till the end, as they say. The history of the Idris, it really kind of started off as a much smaller ship. And as we kind of do very well in the UK, we make things bigger and bigger and bigger. During the development of Squadron, we kind of realised that really the ship wasn't going to be big enough to suit the needs of the story. There was so many more kind of spaces that we needed to get in there. The hangar needed to feel bigger and better, and you know there was a lot more kind of requirements being driven from shall we say, the script. So we've done our best to kind of stay true to Ryan Church's original kind of pitch for that stuff. Obviously, when a ship gets kind of wider and wider and wider, it starts to look a bit tubbier and tubbier and tubbier. So we lengthened it as well to kind of bring the overall kind of, should we say, the look of the ship back in tow. As mentioned, it's slightly more angular. It's slightly more angular to keep it efficient in the engine. And you know, as you can see, it's just exponentially grown. It's not going to grow anymore. The beautiful thing about the Idris is when you take the exterior shell away from the ship, it does genuinely look like an oil rig inside. It is so packed full of stuff. it's quite crazy. There's very little negative space. Every kind of square inch is used. So we've been as efficient as we can be. We've also kind of, we try to I've always kind of approached it in a way of, it needs to feel like a really nice space to walk around, and it should flow. You should never kind of walk into walls when you go through a doorway. You should always kind of, your golden rule is the pretzel design, as I call it. When you walk into a room, you should see your exit or your entrance within 60 degrees. That's your field of view. So there's all these kind of little things that we try to take into account. So when you're playing, the big games like, Battlefront and Call of Duty, you study the level design, they do that very well. So that's something that I've always tried to push forward as well. And also to try and bring in some kind of verticality where possible. So you'll notice there's a lot more steps up and down. There's all these, and it is an absolute nightmare to performance capture with this stuff, but it does genuinely feel a little bit more alive than just this kind of flat plane. The Javelin was always in a good place. I was never going to sweat it. It was always going to kind of take care of itself as long as we kept the primary focus on the Idris, which is your home, should we say, during the story of Squadron. So, and then we've got the Bengal, which is should we say, it's the first ship you saw. Massive challenge, massive undertaking. It's not as black and white as going in and going, okay, we're going to make this big ship. It just doesn't work that way. You take into account budgets, fuel distance ratios. Can we load stuff efficiently to therefore squeeze more out of the engine? The exterior, the style of it kind of lends itself to this already. It's very kind of polygonal in form. So we've got a lot of planar surfaces that are easy to work with for the engine, and they're always going to light well. So there's a lot of factors that we play to our strengths. When you study a fleet in not only Star Citizen, but if you go back through the history of very kind of successful sci-fi films, and I think the film that executed it the best of all ever was the opening to Star Wars. You see the runner kind of go across, and it's got these soft forms, and it's generally kind of very softly lit. There are lots of cylinders, lots of fillets, shall we say. You kind of understood, without even seeing the Star Destroyer, what was going on and who was on board, right? And then you have this very aggressive, angular monolith kind of come over you, and you kind of understood instantly, no music cues, what their role in the universe was. And that's something that we try and achieve with the design and the execution of the UE fleet, right? These guys are your friends. They're not here to kind of be shall we say, like, aggressive. They are the human element of this story. So when you study the form of these ships, they're very much in tow with that very much educational first 30 seconds of Star Wars. So, and then of course, you can roll into like Vandal and stuff like that, which you'll see further down the line, that is the bipolar opposite of that. So you should, it works both ways. If you see a ship and it's like a 10 pixel silhouette on your screen, you should get who it is, and if they're friendly or if they're foe. And you should also understand that if you're stood in a corridor and you've just spawned and you just look at a wall panel, you should understand exactly where you are, just through the basics. And that's what we've tried to do. So they're the kind of three big bad boys that are in production right now, and are moving on at quite a rate.
While the Expo offers plenty in the way of brand new ships, many manufacturers take the opportunity to showcase a new spin on some old favourites. From what I've seen, it looks like this year's exclusive combat ship variants could be real game changers.
So we've got 4 new variants for 4 of our most popular ships. We've got the Avenger Titan, Gladius Sabre and Hornet F7C. They're each getting a sort of special edition variant that promotes a different style of gameplay. So we're doing this for a few reasons. One, it really pushes us to get the new paint and material system working so we can quickly iterate on these wild paint schemes and gets us closer to the ability to customize your own ship paint. And 2, it means we get a better spread of weapons out in the world. So everyone's got the same level of ships, and quite a few people don't actually customize them that much. So by giving these extra options means we've got sort of more varied combat off the bat just with these things being around. So for these variants, we've picked some sort of quite different loadouts to really promote different types of gameplay. The default loadouts that come with every ship are sort of average loadouts, so they're good at everything equally. But for these, we've really pushed some of the gameplay styles, like we have the ballistics versus energy in our ship weapons, and a few of these go all one way or all the other. And we're also, with the new missiles in 2.6, giving some of those on these loadouts to really put the variety in the missile racks and the quantities of missiles on them. So these variants, whilst they change how you would play the game with these ships, they're not massive hull changes. They don't change the handling of the ship. It's still the same Gladius, Sabre, Hornet, Avenger that you know from before. So if you get one of these, it's the exact same to fly as the normal ones. They don't have any super secret advanced items inside that make them way better. It's purely a visual change with the paint system and a loadout change geared towards a specific playstyle.
So essentially the process kind of begins with we want to get these pre-configured schemes done. So you could, for example, go off and go, oh, you know what, I want a NASA themed kind of skin, or I want, a District 9 themed skin, or I want a pink Hello Kitty themed skin. And then essentially, we as artists create basically the material files. They're tiny in memory. They're so small that we can have hundreds of them if we want to, because they're all calling the same textures. That's what's done under the hood, okay? Once those material files are created and obviously named accordingly and sanity checked that the emblem is called emblem and the submaterial ID is called submaterial ID 1, 2, and 3, they have to be the same names. That's then handed to tech design to then kind of set that up with the loadout that they're putting together for that ship. Further forward, we want these kind of paint configurations to become hex codes. So if you're in like a guild of 20 players, and the clan leader said, all right, this is our paint scheme, there's going to be no guessing work. You get the hex code, you put it in there, and it automatically will say, oh, you know what, we've got matte black against yellow against pink, something crazy, and every ship in your fleet, you can put that hex code on and it will automatically go into that color configuration. So there's a lot of kind of cool things. And, as artists, we do this stuff all day, every day. And we were just like, why wouldn't we give the end user this functionality? So that's the overall plan. There is a lot of kind of very things you have to be careful with when you're authoring the shaders for this stuff. So it can accommodate these options. But we're on top of that. And that's kind of, yeah, it's good. That's what we're doing on the initial kind of burst of ships right now. I think it's really cool, and it's really amazing to see, today I just kind of caught up with the guys and looked at what we're working on for that stuff, and there's a fleet of 50 ships, all with different skins, all with different loadouts, and it injects color into the game. You can have your kind of personal things going on, which is kind of cool. If I was going to pick one to fly and customize myself, I've always got a sweet spot for the Avenger. If it was me, I'd probably go for a dirty chrome kind of finish. The shape is just kind of so kind of primitive. To get some kind of highly reflective material on it, I think would just look super cool in space. So that's what I would go for.
Hey guys, welcome. Community Manager Jared Huckabee here with
Tyler Whitkin.
also community manager
in the Austin, Texas studio.
Yes. And if you watched our pre-show, you saw us having our fourth annual anniversary live stream LAN party pre-show. It was fantastic.
Lots of words.
Yeah, lots of words. We got to play some Star Citizen Alpha 2.6 and racing and dogfighting. I'm here to let you know that we are coming back later on the show with the Electronic Access Invitational. Tyler, what team are you representing?
Team Aegis.
Team Aegis.
The winning team. That's right. Yeah, there we go.
And I'm here as captain of Team Anvil.
Okay, wait, hold on. Team Aegis.
Team Anvil.
We'll work on that.
You'll learn Padawan.
Okay.
Anyway, we're coming back later on the show. We're going to do some dogfighting in Alpha 2.6. We're going to do some racing in 2.6 and the world premiere of live Star Marine gameplay coming soon in Alpha 2.6. So stay tuned. In the meantime, let's throw it back to Jax and Galactic Tour. What do you got for us, Jax?
With so many ships vying for your attention on the expo floor, it can be difficult to know which of the models are worth your valuable time. Well, fortunately, Galactic Tour has you covered. Feast your eyes on this.
The Caterpillar was one of the very earliest pledge ships we did in 2012 during the initial Kickstarter campaign. We started off with the kind of the base 5 ships that were how we imagined playing the game. We based them largely on Wing Commander and Privateer, kind of the different ship types. There was, a multi-crew ship, a fighter, a transport, explorer, that sort of thing. Midway through the campaign, we were hitting our goals, and we knew we were going to do other ships, more than just these base 5. So it's one of the Kickstarter goals in the original Kickstarter. There were these sub-goals that would unlock different ship classes. One of them was the M50 Racer, one of them was the Javelin Destroyer, and one of them was the Caterpillar. We called it a fighting transport or a pirate transport at the time.
The Caterpillar, it is an interesting ship because it's one of the first ships designed around pure modularity. So the whole front of the ship has 4 modules that in time we'll be able to replace with, from what we have now, which is cargo modules, to maybe an additional habitation module for more crew, or weapon modules that carry missiles. So we have the opportunity to really customize this ship from a player standpoint. The interior spaces as a whole. So this is the first ship where you can really do that. The Retaliator, you can do it with 2 spaces. Caterpillar, 4 spaces. So it's a lot more to players, for players to play with. It's also a pretty humongous ship. When it was first pitched, I believe it was pitched as sort of the evil twin brother of the Freelancer. But players will know that the Freelancer is a lot smaller than the Caterpillar when they see it. Actually, because of the gameplay necessities for this ship specifically, it ended up growing in size tremendously. At this point, it's longer than a Starfarer. Surface area wise, it's not as big as a Starfarer because the Starfarer is a lot taller and a lot fatter, but it's actually longer than a Starfarer. So it's 50% longer than a Retaliator or a Constellation. It's got 2 floors, it's got 2 observation decks, 2 habitations, one in the command module, one in the main body. It's a big ship. It's a really big ship. It's the biggest ship we've done in LA.
So I inherited the Caterpillar after it had already gone through all of its early concept stages, where it was pretty set in on what it looked like, what it was for. And so my task was more about getting the interior laid out, getting the thruster placements figured out, and driving the implementation of it. I mean, the Caterpillar went through many, many iterations of determining what the inside would look like, how we would balance all of its mass, how we were going to balance its thruster placement. We also, part of the problem with the Caterpillar is that because its focus is versatility, its design page was just kept going. So we had to really pare down what features it was going to actually contain. That was part of my job, was to pick and choose, cherry pick the really good, juicy bits to focus in on for the Caterpillar. The Caterpillar can carry smaller ships. It is intended for it to be able to carry dragonflies. We have the cargo system has elements in it that allows us to tune how well a ship can carry other ships. So as far as turning this into a carrier, there are more ships than just the Dragonfly that fit into it, but there's a lot of consequences to just letting you fill it up with hundreds of those things. It's meant to operate realistically with fewer than that.
I'm working on the 85X. It's a snub ship that you get when you buy the 890 Jump. Comes in for free. It was given to me as a 3D blockout model, concept model. I've been working on it to getting it to like a game-ready state. This is currently the first Origin ship that we are doing in the rebuild of older ships, for example. So that involves laying down the guidelines for what kind of surfacing materials. It's supposed to be like space BMW. So in that sense, we're going for like high glossy materials, very neat, very clean, long, smooth, sweeping curves. And because we're essentially redefining what the Origin ship line is with this ship, we're essentially making everything from scratch. New materials, we're not reusing any materials, new detail sheets, all those kinds of things, different style for lights. All those things are involved in just making what makes Origin, so that when you look at an Origin ship, you can say, yep, that's an Origin ship.
So I've been working with Paul Delessi on this ship, and I've been in charge of the cockpit and the interior. So when we were looking at this ship, we were looking towards futuristic cars, sports car interiors, trying to make it look as sleek as possible. Some of our ships are more kind of battle ready. This thing here is supposed to be as sleek as possible. Kind of getting away with metal surfaces, getting like kind of nice carbon fibers and plastics and high-tech materials in there, and making it as shiny as possible.
The Herald is a data running ship. It transports data through the cosmos, whether illicit data or legitimate data. It's also a science exploration vehicle. To prepare for this ship, we did a company profile for all the Drake line, so it's base profile on materials that are used for the ships, what their methodology is, who their target audience is, how much they're supposed to cost, stuff like that. And those all influence what, how, and how the ship's supposed to feel, look, it's put together, manufacturer type, stuff like that. All the good, nerdy little bits that make it believable is where we start. And it's like the company profile style guide that we use for the ship. So in tandem with another set of artists that we're working on another Drake ship, we both shared assets back and forth together to make sure that the ships look like they come from the same factory. Keeps the ships looking consistent. If Elwin's stealing from me and I'm stealing from Elwin, then the ships look like they're coming from the same factory, and you won't have any weird glaring differences in the ships. So out of all the ships that we've done so far, using the Drake profile would be the Herald and also the Caterpillar and the up-and-coming Cutlass. The players that are going to tend to gravitate towards this ship are people who want to explore, be the first one out, people who like to make maps in those areas, the unexplored territories. There's some financial incentive there. Science runners, they're going to be able to make money running data for people, companies, groups, their own data that they found. It's not a ship you're going to... It's equipped with things to get away from being murdered. So people like, you know, the sly, roguish type that are science inclined, I'd say would gravitate towards the ship. What is different on the Cutlass? Everything's different about the Cutlass. Whole game's changed. All the proportions are cooler now. They're a lot cooler. Armaments, you're going to notice some differences there. We've moved a few of the obsolete systems around, replaced them with stuff that's more fun. Some rating doors for rating, depending on which Cutlass you have, is what you'll be doing out of those doors. Backdrop, door, a lot of these changes are the result of our metrics being dialed in, and they have to be pushed, pulled, and tweaked to be correct now. So the turrets are correct, the angle of the back ramps are correct, the doors are correct, inner exits are correct. The cockpit's completely different. You're not gonna have to slide in and out, and your buddy in the co-pilot seat's not gonna be blocking you anymore. You can get in and out at your leisure. So to make things easier with doing variants when you start off with a base is trying to plan out how the variants are gonna be and what roadblocks you're gonna hit ahead of time. That way you don't have any rework to do. So thinking about the blue, the red, and the black at the same time while starting with the black as a base prevents a lot of wasted time in the future. So right now, the interior is being cut into a back module and a front module. The red, as the fans will know, are search rescue, you know, a Coast Guard type vehicle. The blue is more of like interceptor, police interceptor. The black is your mercenary, merc, pirate, militiaman type ship that's geared towards everyone.
Galactic Aerospace Expo has called the Kill system home since 2916, and while people from all around the Empire flock to the system each year, not everyone can make the journey. Fans that couldn't join us for the big event have been watching it live and sharing their enthusiasm online. Many have been using the hashtag Aerospace Expo to talk about the big event. Here now with a look at some of the best comments from the community is Tyler Whitkin.
Hey everyone, hope you are enjoying the stream so far. Sandy is absolutely correct. If you want to connect with us during the stream throughout the rest of the day, hashtag Aerospace Expo on social media. We'll be checking those all day. Now, I've been talking about this on Around the Verse for weeks, but the Bar Citizen Fever is going around the globe. Just today, there's viewing parties and events tonight, and I got a list because there's a lot. Austin, Texas, my hometown, shout out to you guys. Chicago, Illinois, Atlanta, Georgia, Gothenburg, Sweden, Tours, France, Rennes, France, Toronto, Canada, and Montreal, Canada. We hope you guys are having an absolute blast. And of course, I want to take a quick moment to thank everybody for all of your support. We could not do any of this without you. Now, we got an awesome video about Spectrum, so let's go ahead and check it out.
Hi guys, this is Benoit from Turbulent. I'm here to take a few questions that have been selected on the forums about the Spectrum platform that we're building here in Montreal. And so, here we go. RB Seaton and Boss UV Rogged ask, will Spectrum feature a more robust, intuitive, and effective search function than the current forums? The answer is yes. The current search system in the forums is a very weak search engine. We're replacing that in Spectrum with a pretty major, substantial engineering effort to index all the content so that it's searchable, and then we add permissions and visibility for each member, and so this way this will be, we hope, a much better search solution that you'll be able to use day in and day out, and it's accessible everywhere in the interface. Fleischer Au Fatal from the Gardien du Lys is asking, is there any Alliance-like features planned in Spectrum? The answer to that is that this is more of an org system question. We have talked in the past about alliances being part of the org system, so that multiple large or small orgs can ally themselves together in the form of a consortium. That feature, as far as I know, has not been confirmed yet, and so. But to answer directly to your question, if alliances are totally implemented within the game with the org system, then Spectrum will have an interface to be able to manipulate them for sure, because Spectrum wants to be your home for your org, and so these features will actually make their way up there. Mammon Lord asks, right now the Star Citizen launchers uses quite a bit of CPU time. Since we're going to keep Spectrum running, will you make it more streamlined? Yes, basically we're hoping that with the new technology stack that we're using for Spectrum, this requires a lot less browser updates and has all kinds of diffing technologies that make it really more efficient in how it manages the CPU. And so we're hoping that this advancement will also trickle down to the launcher and will keep the CPU time very low so that it doesn't waste your resources while you're playing. Borax asks, when can backers expect to be beta testing it? And so we are working very hard to try to have our first testable release for you guys at the end of this month of November 2016. We're hoping that this will go out to Evocati first on the PTU, so we can go through a full test phase with these guys first, get all kinds of crazy content set up in there, get their initial comments, and then we're going to start expanding that so that other people can join in the PTU test. Until we're ready for a first public release. And at the moment we'll be confident that we're not gonna have to wipe your content because of a horrible bug. But that's basically what we're looking at in the short term. We definitely want to have that out as soon as possible since it's getting really close at this point. And so these are all the questions we had today. Back to you guys.
The tech behind Spectrum is going to go a long way in allowing the players to take all those great conversations happening out in the web and transition them seamlessly into the game. So I can't wait till orgs get their hands on that and play with those tools. So it's going to really help grow our growing community.
Growing community. Speaking of community, a few weeks ago we challenged everyone with an art test. Take the description of the Tavaran Prowler and give us your best guess of how you think the ship will look. The catch, you can only use basic art tools to draw it. So we got over 57 pages of submissions posted to our forums, pretty cool, and all competing for the grand prize of a Polaris Corvette and Prowler. Let's take a look.
All right, I want to see those crayon drawings. Here we go. There were a ton of fantastic entries. We definitely had a tough time selecting the finalists. Sandy, if you would do the honors.
Yes, I would like to do the honors. The 5 runner-ups are Black FX, Crimson Hawk Moth, Det Sulfur, K2P2, and Tumen. Congratulations.
There you go. Congratulations. Definitely. You all receive an Aspera Prowler of your very own. And last but not least, our grand prize winner is Vedabug. Vedabug. So congratulations, Vedabug.
Yes, congratulations, Vedabug. You have won an RSI Polaris Corvette as well as an Asperia Prowler.
Thanks to everyone who submitted. Of course, the big question is, who got the closest? To find out, I am proud to unveil the all-new Aspera Prowler.
The Prowler's it's been a really interesting piece to work on. For me as an art director, it's basically, you know, a new generation of style that we get to work on. You know, when I first joined the project, there was a lot of things already established. So the Asperia Prowler essentially is a reproduction of a Tavaran-based rapid deployment ship. Essentially, you start with a blank canvas. You talk to the writers and get the lore. Speak to the other art directors. You know, kind of this is probably the first time we've really all probably sat down right before the get-go and just said, okay, what are the things that we're focusing on for these guys? Josh had already done some character work, so we took a little bit from that, but you know, characters don't look like ships necessarily. You know, like attack helicopters, and according to the lore, the architecture is meant to be based on Henoism. So we've sort of been going for a very sort of slab-sided, brutalist kind of feel. That's, you know, that was kind of the initial brief. Slight hint of, you know, Egyptian. As we discussed further, I mean, that was there at the start, and it's very slightly still there. But in total, this has had 6 concept artists on it from start to finish, because we had a very tight deadline. There's always a high amount of pressure because you know, it's all exploratory basically, and you know, I've got to give Chris some things to work with basically. So you know, concept artists work in different ways, so I've kind of used that to my advantage. So initially we did a 2-week sprint, coming up with just 4 very sort of different looks, basically different configurations, different styles, you know, vertical or horizontal, or no cockpits, all sorts of things, and then just present it to Chris. Say, hey Chris, what do you like? And so he's like, well, like bit of A, bit of B, which is fine because I kind of liked all the designs anyway. So it doesn't matter what Chris picks as long as, you know, I can get behind it. That's cool. In my head, I imagine it, you know, you'd be using it in a traditional sense. You know, you'd be flying into hostile zones. You know, maybe you'll have 2 or 3 of them. They'll come in, land. You know, it's the full sort of Black Hawk Down treatment. Troops jump out, and then the pilot and co-pilot just whiz off to safety. The emotional feel of it, basically, you know, when you see this, you know, it should be just like, heck, you know, what's this flying in? It's been more dealing with shape language, the cut of the lines, you know. It's quite minimalist, so the lines are, you know, there for a reason generally. I've been calling it like a radar deflection kind of material, so it's kind of like a bird's nest. It kind of feeds into the whole avian feel of the ship. And then the interior, we've gone quite different to what we've been doing for the human ships. It's basically quite oppressive. It's like this dark red, and it's all dark red. I was sort of thinking at the time that, you know, basically when you see the troops come out, if they come out of this exit, because there's multiple exits, right? You know, it's coming out of the mouth of hell, basically. So it's just got this dark red, and then you've got this oppressive black hole kind of thing. And then as you make your way through to the cockpit, the red slowly fades off, essentially, and it goes more towards blacks and greys, with just a hint of red. Just so for pilots, there's less distraction. And we've kind of just sort of been featuring like a sort of 3-line sort of motif, which we took from the character design that Josh did, and that that is fed into the ship basically in lots of subtle ways. There's a heavy avian feel with the ship, some in subtle ways, some not so subtle. Fans will see straight away that it's got some large VTOLs basically, and in landed mode it's a real hunched, aggressive. It's a bird of prey, it's classic basically. And then it also has like a special ability, special feature, whatever you want to call it, of sort of these defensive blades that come out. But yet to still fully realise, the sort of theory behind it all, like in terms of lore, but certainly it helps with flight, low manoeuvrability, but also when it comes into land, VTOLs go down, all the blades pop out, which people may call feathers, but I call them blades, and they provide like a defensive position. So when the troops come out and they, that again, you've just got these huge doors that open up, and rather than just one large single sliding door, which often these ships have, we've got 4 individual essentially gates, and those have Tavaran shield tech in them. So it's kind of like the Idris in the hangar. You fly out and you go through the force field. This is like a personal version. That's kind of one of the visual hooks of the ship. So the ship could be flying along with all its armoured doors up, but it's still got its energy shields there, so the troops can, you'll be able to look out. This is what I hope, right? And you'll be there in your harness and you're just looking out and you're just seeing the landscape go by or whatever it is. The other 2 visual features, avian features, we've got a split tail, so it's like a swallowtail, and then the head is obviously very sort of eagle-like. And this time we've been able to essentially remove the cockpit. There's a head to this thing, but it's essentially one-way glass, so you can't see in, but you can see out, the pilot can see out, so it gives us this really nice monolithic kind of armoured feel, and again lending to that whole sort of Tavaran warrior hardcore heroism, and so we've just been building on that. I think as players they'll really dig it, and I mean there's nothing like it in the Star Citizen universe at the moment.
To find out more about the Tavaran race, we now go to Chris Harrick.
Ben.
Hey everybody, welcome to a talk about Star Citizen's next great alien race. I am joined here by some of the minds behind this game. You want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I am Chris Roberts, Project Director of Star Citizen and Squadron 42.
I'm Josh Herman, Character Art Director.
I'm Dave Haddock, Lead Writer.
And we're here to talk Tavaran, so let's get ready for some Tavaran sanity. So, where did the Tavaran come from?
So when Dave and I actually this was before we even announced Star Citizen, we sort of sat down. I'm very big on building the world, so you can bed something in to something that feels tangible, not just come up with a game. So I wanted a world that would allow us to do a lot of things that we're doing in Star Citizen, be sort of complex, allow you to do all sorts of things like be a mercenary or a trader or an explorer or a pirate or a miner, and so allow opportunity for all these different professions. So the Wing Commander series that I did was a great series, but it was very much like black and white. It was World War II. It was, the good guys versus the bad guys, and it didn't really allow for sort of a lot of nuance and complexity in sort of going around a more vibrant universe. We did it for Privateer, but I always sort of felt like if there was more sort of intrigue and tension in the structure of the empire that you were sort of, or the government that was ruling sort of the area of space you're in, it would be more interesting, and having different potential threats on the various borders. And so that was the kind of initial inspiration for setting it up. And so Dave and I sat down and we kind of thought about, what areas of history should we sort of take inspiration from? Because I'm big in sort of grounding, fiction, especially science fiction, in sort of nuggets of basis of the past. So we eventually, were kind of thinking, well, are we going to do sort of 16th, 17th, 18th century colonialism, or we also were looking at, the sort of rise and fall of the Roman Empire, the sort of time of antiquity, and we settled on that. And we sort of settled on this kind of paradigm of various races. So obviously the Vandal were kind of represented by, representing the threat to the Roman Empire from, the Visigoths and the Vandals and stuff like that. And the Zhan was sort of representing sort of the Asian, whether it's the Persian or the Chinese empires, and the Banu were the sort of traders down from, if you're thinking about it, like sort of the top of North Africa, the Barbary coast, the Middle East, and we were also sort of feeling like we wanted some, so whether you go back to antiquity and it's like conquering the Gauls, which happened by the Romans basically stomped on quite a few different races and countries and integrated them, or taking a look at inspiration from like what happened in the years of colonialism, where you would have the American Indians, the indigenous the indigenous races in the North America and South America were sort of stomped on by the new settlers and the kind of colonial forces, and so we wanted a race that sort of kind of set up what the UEE used to be, whereas this sort of militaristic, almost like the Roman Empire after it left a republic and became an empire and focused on sort of militaristic expansion.
Mm-hmm.
And the idea was that we wanted this race that was representative of the outcome of that and maybe part of the past of the Empire of Earth and sort of setting up where they came from. And so we sort of went with that kind of motif. I don't know if you want to talk a bit more about it.
Yeah, I mean, it was they sort of became an important species because they were humanity's first enemy, basically. And this on the forums particularly, it's fun because a lot of people are debating whether, and history says that the Tavaran attacked first, but some people believe that the humans actually might have been more aggressive and stuff like that. But already having that kind of dialogue as to like who was right and which side is history telling correctly, made them kind of morally gray, which was a lot of fun. But they also were very important because they helped cement the power of sort of the first dictator who sort of rose up with Ivar Messer, established himself in the first Tavaran War, and then the second one helped kind of concrete his power base. So,
yeah, I mean, it's almost kind of like Julius Caesar established his,
Mm-hmm.
he didn't become emperor, but Augustus became emperor, but it was because of
Yeah,
Caesar's conquest, crushing the Gauls, doing the rest of the stuff that they went to him, and that was the idea with the Tavaran. The Tavaran Wars made Ivar Messer, this hero that then could seize power in much the same way that happened in ancient Rome.
Yeah, and they were a fun one too because they got beaten twice, and they were sort of a very warrior-driven culture. The second sort of defeat broke them as a species, and so they got assimilated into the UEE, and they basically just rejected their sort of previous things. So they turned into a very, very different type
almost
of
like
person.
a tragedy at that point. They are a strong race, and then they kind of turn into a tragic race where they still have a robust past, but it's not all rosy anymore. It's
there's a lot of anger, there's a lot of like regret and stuff like that, which for me was always a very appealing thing about them because it gave them a lot of life and a lot of complexity and kind of morally dubious, personality.
But the ship, the Prowler, is from back in their militaristic time when they were a strong warrior race, and it was a tough battle for the UEE at the time. Actually, I guess it wasn't fully the United Empire of Earth because Messer hadn't really
the UPE at the time.
The United Planets of Earth. So it's sort of and if you actually look at the ship itself, one of the ideas we had is that as we've gone through time and met other races, humanity obviously does its own technological development, but they also assimilate technology from other races, whether it's the Zhan or the Tavarian. So, one of the ideas is some of the hover stuff, the Gravlev pads, which you can see on the bottom of the Dragonfly, you actually see them on the bottom of the Prowler, and that's maybe something that we got from the
air shields.
And the air shields was like another key part that we thought, okay, that could have been assimilated by Earth as it's gone through its various wars and conquests and stuff.
So the Tavaran have been kind of assimilated by humanity for the last century or so. What is it like for a Tavaran in human society today in 2946?
It's actually very different. Or depends on who you're talking about. We've been kind of developing a couple different storylines. Like when we initially presented them sort of in 2012, like they were much more kind of an angry, like you would find them in criminal circles, and they just kind of had rejected all societies and stuff like that. And so they were just sort of just violent kind of mercs and thugs and stuff. But we've been sort of building, again, sort of with the idea that Chris said earlier, like, not just having black and white type issues. We have members who are like that, but then we have members who are sort of not. And we've been doing a running storyline with the first Tavaran senator actually got elected to office earlier this year. So, congratulations to him. It's great. It's very exciting.
And then I think we also have a lot of the, they sort of go for different kinds of jobs, right? So sometimes they go to be mercenaries, so the ones that are harking back to their, the warrior past sort of go, but they're not organized, and they're very, I guess, kind of cynical about everything, right?
Yeah, they're cynical about sort of the way they used to be. But again, there are some who have rediscovered sort of their roots and stuff like that. But technically, I mean, they're part of the UEE now, so they don't have a sort of freestanding government anymore. They're just basically part of us.
No, I don't. Have we? Are we set to show our early sketch of the Tavarian here?
I think that we are.
All right. Well, because it may be useful to.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't know if Josh, you want to sort of talk a little bit about kind of
so
where we started with
inspiration, and using the lore of what you guys are talking about how they've been basically conquered twice in a way, kind of tragic, an old warrior race essentially, and from some of that you can pull a lot of different influences, and so for the Tavaran, some of the first sketches that we started or that we've done. Pull a lot of those to keep almost I think you've used the word Bushido before, so some of those American Indian references, Bushido Ronin references, and kind of putting that into you can see a lot of the past and a lot of history, and a lot of those cultures put a lot of detail, and they're very intricate in what they make, but also can also create something very powerful as well. So combining all those things into one kind of idea.
How does the process of actually creating this alien work? What do you do to go from this idea of the race to, hey, there's a Tavaran?
So what I did for the sketches is I took a ZBrush model, and I basically just started sculpting from scratch and just kind of exploring the shapes, exploring proportions of what they could look like. It's kind of fun because they're from nothing, When we're doing costumes, we're doing armor, it's all, this is the guy, this is the proportions of a human. But when you get into alien races, you don't have that. So it's totally free, you can go any direction you want. So started in ZBrush, did a model or two, just kind of gets ideas of shapes and of forms. And then went to some other programs and ended up doing some paint overs and turning into more of a concept at that point rather than like a strict 3D model.
Yeah, and I think, we started with like kind of this idea that we were thinking that maybe they were sort of more avian based. Kind of, I don't know whether you want to, not so much reptile, but turtle-ish, just because turtles live for a long time, and they don't move too quickly, but you sort of feel like they could be inscrutable, which was representing the sort of characteristics we wanted for the genre. So those were sort of, taking sort of the idea of being bird-like and, Bushido, sort of almost like this warrior culture, and American Indian, they were all influences, right? So I don't know, do we have an image we can put up to show people kind of where we're originally going on this?
Yes.
No, I'm getting a nod over there. No?
Not right now.
I thought we did. I have no, okay, well,
we'll share one in the near future.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll put one up on the post. We definitely had one. I thought we actually would have one to pull up here, but I guess not. So you'll see it soon, yes. Maybe we'll tweet it for you guys.
There you go.
So let's talk about the reason we're here to talk about the Tavaran today. Our first Tavaran ship, the Prowler, is available in the Pleasure Store right now. I assume everyone's already checked it out, but what makes it so exciting?
First of all, it's a sort of, whether you want to call it a boarding or drop ship, but it's the ship that's set up to carry the most number of Marines or whatever you want to call it, your buddies or AI that are going to attack something. It has some cool stuff like the air shield technology, so individual doors that can open up and people can go out themselves. They're not going out of just one sort of drop door area. It's pretty cool. It can land. It can sort of create a sort of defensive, almost defensive perimeter and bring up its own sort of shields. It's pretty well armed. And it looks cool. And it's also one of the very first ships that we're having one-way visibility. So essentially you can see out but not necessarily see in, and it's heavily armored. It's more heavily armored in that way than, say, you would see in a traditional, say, human ship.
And I'll say it looks like nothing else we've ever done with the broad wings and the blades. And
Yes, it definitely looks like a bird of prey. I mean, that was kind of one of the inspirations, was to sort of make it feel like a space-based, bird of prey.
Well, that is fantastic. I hope everyone out there enjoys the Prowler. I hope you are excited to see the Tavarin. It's incredible seeing how much thought goes into this sort of thing. I mean, I remember looking at Wing Commander back in the day, and these are the bird people, these are the cat people. But there's so much more in Star Citizen. It's one of the reasons it's just so appealing to me. But thank you guys for your time. Here's something else.
When people look back at this year's Expo, I guarantee everyone will still be talking about Esperia's unveiling of the meticulously reconstructed Tavarin Prowler. With its unique silhouette, this ancient boarding craft is poised to be the must-have addition for serious collectors everywhere.
Thanks, guys. Some really interesting info. Now it's time for this year's Electronic Access Invitationals Finals. Team Anvil and Team Aegis have been practicing all day for their shot at the title. Today's event will be broken down into 3 events. Round 1 will be a dogfight in Arena Commander. Round 2 is a Murray Cup race in the brand new Herald. And then we move on to 3 rounds in Star Marine. Each round will be worthy of 25 points, with the winner taking all. And it looks like the teams are ready to go. Take it away.
Are we live? We're live. We're live. Hey, guys. Well, we couldn't make it that far without something. Guys, welcome back to the Electronic Access Invitational. I'm one of your hosts and team captains, community manager Jared Huckabee. Who are you, man?
Community manager in the Austin, Texas studio, Tyler Whitkin.
How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Yeah. Now, if you watched our pre-show, we had ourselves a nice little LAN party here. We got our feet wet with some dogfighting in Alpha 2.6 and some racing in 2.6. That was fun. We goofed off a bit. We did a race where everybody was playing in third person, but now all the chips are on the table. Now is the real deal competition for bragging rights. It is Team Anvil versus Team Aegis. So right now we'd like to introduce you to the members of each team. Tyler, since you're the visiting team, why don't you go first?
All right, yeah, no problem. I'll go ahead and kick things off. Tyler Whitkin, community manager, as I said. I'm feeling really confident today. I was talking to Twerk17 earlier. He's on my team, and he was telling me how confident he was, and I really think he's going to carry us all the way to the end. So let's start right on my immediate left. Twerk17, go ahead.
Hi, I'm Twerk17. I'm from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm a Twitch streamer, and I lied to Tyler. I'm not really that confident, so hopefully Vince helps us out.
I'm Vincent Sinatra. I'm the LA QA lead here. You know me as Mayo Fumato, and I'm getting too old for this stuff.
Hi, I'm Will Weisbaum, also known as +2 Will Save, and I'm a senior writer here at the Los Angeles studio.
Hi, my name is Jeremiah Lee, and my ID handle is going to be Jaylee Souse.
Okay, why is Jaylee on set?
What? What? That's your own team member, man.
I know. I'm bad at this.
All right, and now for introduction to the members of Team Anvil. Maybe not the new hotness, but certainly a little more experienced, if I say so myself. I'm team captain, Jared Huckabee, otherwise known as Disco Lando. And the only thing I want to ask everybody is, have you seen my keys? Did I leave my keys in here? No? All right. Immediately to my right is my favorite, my community streamer, my guest from... why don't you introduce yourself, man?
Hi, everybody. My name is DJ Knight. I'm a sci-fi streamer here on Twitch. And just to let you guys know, I think I found those keys.
All right. Next, Colby.
I'll take them. I'm Colby Schneider from the LA office, also known as Meantime. And glad to be here. Jared's my co-pilot.
Aww.
Did you pay him to say
Hi.
that?
I'm Adam Weezer, also known as ADP, and I am an associate writer here at CAG Los Angeles. And I actually wrote this entire intro myself. Actually, that's not true. Will punched it up for me. Was that better, Will? Was that?
If you could go one more time, that'd be good.
Okay.
Just try
Thank
it.
you, thank you.
I think you can do better.
All right, and last and certainly least.
John Riggs. Dogging on the end caps today.
Always, right? John Riggs, my handle is Shreddin' PB. I'm the character rigger here in Los Angeles, and I'm about to change my last name to John Destroys Jeremiah.
Oh, now John is my secret weapon. I give him a little cheese, but honestly, he was one of our first draft picks when we were drafting our team members, and he's going to kick butt. I expect big things out of him in the Star Marine portion.
This is true.
The Star Marine portion. All right. So what we are doing now. What we are doing now is we are queuing up for our very first event in the Electronic Access Invitational, dogfighting. Now, we are all flying some of our new variants that we've just introduced. Why don't we? Who's flying what? Tyler, what ship are you flying?
I'm going to be flying the Base Saber.
That's right.
I'm flying the Base Saber.
You're flying the Base Saber, and I'm flying the Super Hornet.
Yes.
Because I need the help.
You a little bit
I need the help.
Yes,
I need the help.
definitely.
Twerk, what are you flying?
I'm flying the Saber Comet variant.
The Saber Comet.
So we saw the few images of it in the live stream earlier.
Gotcha.
So that's the camo one with the blue accents.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. DJ, what variant are you flying?
I'm flying the Hornet Wildfire.
Hornet Wildfire is deep red on that.
Yes,
all right. And Vince, what are you flying?
I'm flying the Gladius Valiant.
Gladius Valiant. I love the look of that ship.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty tight.
And Jeremiah, what ship are you flying?
I'm flying the Avenger Titan Renegade.
The Avenger Titan Renegade.
You had to make it weird.
Yeah, I had to.
Will, how about you?
I'm in a Saber Comet. It's my personal choice, and I'm glad to be flying it.
All right. Yeah. And anybody else? Who else is flying a Wildfire?
Adam? I've got a Wildfire.
You got a Wildfire.
Yeah.
Nice,
Good choice.
Nice.
Good choice.
All right. So with that, we are just getting ready. Are we ready? We got the thumbs up.
I got a really quick question.
Yeah.
Earlier today, when we did these matches in the pre-show, I'm having trouble remembering. Do you remember who won this?
In the pre-show that didn't count?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
All right.
Look.
It's go time.
Guys, it is go time. This is it. Dogfight. Now, we have done some scoring here. We're going to play a round of dogfighting. We're going to play a round of racing, and then we're going to play as many rounds, at least 2 rounds of Star Marine, 3 if necessary. So this round is worth 25 points. So let's find out who's going to win.
You're looking for the guy who's shooting you right now.
Oh, is that what that is?
That's what that is.
Oh my gosh!
You're looking for that guy.
Whoa.
Oh, Riggs.
You're looking for that guy.
Right now I'm dueling the terraforming machine. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Turn around, Jared. I'm not behind you.
Stop running. Somebody's running.
Oh no! Chip! Oh, the Titan Renegade's on your arch!
Vincent with first blood.
Hey, Riggs, thanks for standing still for me.
I thought we'd agreed that missiles were for cheaters.
Oh no!
Especially because
Only against him.
There we go.
I hit the terraformer.
There we go.
Wrecked him.
I got a present for you.
Jared, that was a good strategy.
TJ Knight, I thought we were
Circle me around the terraformer until I run into it.
Yep. Well, I went through the terraformer earlier, so all of my weapons are dead. So basically, I had to use the environment to get to it.
Well, it was solid strats. Solid
that's
strats.
Yeah, I have no weapons at all right now.
Here we go. Here we go.
So come and find you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, I am basically playing defensive. I got a kill with no weapons. I mean, let's let the record show that I just killed Twerk 17 with no weapons whatsoever.
So really quick, let's go ahead and talk about the scoring for this tournament.
Yeah, how are we going to crush them?
So basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be racing. We're going to be doing Squadron Battle, which we're in now, and then Star Marine. The way they're going to be weighted. This Squadron Battle match is worth 25 points. The race is worth 25 points. And then each round of Star Marine is worth 25 points. So there's a potential 75 points in the Star Marine tournament. Nice. So
Heavily
technically,
weighted.
somebody could win one team could win the race and the Squadron Battle.
So this is really just the appetizer to the main event later on.
That's a little safety cushion. Let's think about that.
Oh no, why am I doing this?
I just had a deep, long-lasting and personal relationship with an asteroid.
I get so distracted by how pretty these ships are that I just want to get closer and closer.
I just want to look at them. It's really rewarding close up.
present.
Okay, I got something for you.
All right.
I got your back,
All right.
DJ.
I got a little something. I got something for you. I got something.
Now,
Oh,
the
look
first
at
match,
this
the first match is important because this is going to set the tone.
Oh.
I just killed Vincent. Hold on. No,
Tone has been set.
Yes,
Take a victory
yes,
lap.
Oh, man.
yes.
Take a victory lap.
Anytime I kill Mayo Fumato, that's
Will.
like all other thoughts stop. So
Watch out
the
for that
winner of this
asteroid.
first match is obviously going to jump ahead to an early lead, but I mean,
No pressure.
no pressure.
Hey,
Not at all.
Yeah.
So
Let's see.
I gotta get.
So it
I
looks
gotta.
like right now,
yes.
Aegis is in the lead.
Yeah, right
by
now Aegis is
over
dominating.
20,000 points.
Yeah,
Man, I need
We're
one of those
Some would say
pickups
this was
bad.
kind of we got Vinny Sinatra.
Yeah.
I mean, we were the stronger team in the round robin earlier.
Yeah, so right now we got Aegis at 31, 361, and Anvil
All
at
right,
7.
come on,
we are
Anvil.
crushing
Come
them.
on, Anvil.
Anyone have an eye on a pickup? I need a pickup.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
talk about the pickup
It's
system.
in the parking lot.
Hey, Vincent.
Yeah.
Why don't you take a minute from owning us and talk about the pickup system?
Yeah, sure. Basically, you're only starting out with a few missiles to go with, and then what happens is after you use them, you don't get them back on respawn. So there's not going to be any more of that, dying just so you can get your missiles back and continue to jump back into Arena Commander. Now you actually get pickups from people that you've destroyed, and little glowing white balls. When you pick them up, they fill your missiles for you.
Well, that sounds pretty
You
cool.
just destroyed my ship. I
And-
can't control it.
Whoa.
You shot my
That's
radar.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Up close and personal.
Inside voice.
Oh, there's a pickup. I got it.
Yeah.
Come on, ship
And-
recover.
And the thing with the pickup, the pickup is something exclusive to Arena Commander, because Arena Commander is a video game inside the Star Citizen fictional universe.
That's great. It's made by Original Systems,
Oh. Yes.
Oh, what's
and it's all
happening?
part of the Electronic Access suite of apps to play in your sim pod.
Oh, somebody just died.
That was me. I died.
Wasn't me.
I was too busy diving
Meantime,
into lore.
don't turn around.
So the pickup system is something that only exists inside Arena Commander.
Yeah. If you want to kill me, apparently the secret strategy is to get me talking about how.
Why do
There
you
you
think I keep
go.
asking
Another
you?
one.
Oh, I need pickups. We
Noise.
just
So
dropped
for
a
all of
bunch.
you viewing, if you check
You
out
do not
the,
need pickups.
the new user interface at the top of the page, Aegis right now is in the lead by 22,000 points.
I'm not sure.
Wah, 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 wah.
Right?
Guys, I just remembered that there's a lot of people watching this right now.
Yes. There's a lot of people watching, so
Or
put yourself
tuning
well.
So, Twerk, you had a good explanation earlier. You were talking about it. Why don't you tell us a little bit how the new boost afterburn works?
So previously we were pressing V to move between SCM, which is standard combat maneuvering, which is like our normal speeds that we're fighting at now, and then we press V to go up to cruise, which was the maximum speed that the ship can go. And they made a change where you now press afterburner to move yourself up, but from SCM speeds all the way up to cruise speeds, and you lose a little bit of
there's
maneuver
another
to a
one.
lot of maneuvering depending on how fast you're going.
The boost is so nice.
With the boost.
Yeah.
And you hold it, and you can run out of boost. So the longer you hold it, the more boost fuel you run out of. But yeah, it's a great
Now,
way to kind of, if you're getting attacked, it's a good way to get out of the situation that you're in.
all right. Now I am out of missiles at the moment, but I think somebody should show off the fantastic missile follow cam that's been added to Arena Commander. Who's got a
missile locked on right now.
You got a missile locked on right now. Let's go to Xylo here. Let's go to Xylo,
All right.
and let's show us the brand new missile cam that we got going on here.
Alrighty. Let's see. We're on me now. All right, we're on me now. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and I got them locked on. I'm gonna hold the missile down, and let's follow that missile.
Oh, I'm screen peeking right now.
Yeah, so did I.
Oh, that one just barely missed. Let's see if we can get another
Get
one.
in range of my scatters.
See if we can get one more.
Shotgun.
Yes. Aegis is pulling away Anvil. What are we doing about this?
It is currently 53,000.
Yeah. Pray.
Hey, can I hear some noise from
Pray.
Team Aegis right now?
Woo!
This is going exactly how we expected it. Sorry if I just ripped your ears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. In the process of throwing back.
Ooh, there we go.
Oh. Now, as Jared would say, I'm not
There
math,
we
but
go.
I think we're more than double Team Anvil's score.
If anybody sees me on their screen, I need help.
Go ahead and kill him.
All right.
If you see twerk on your screen, shoot.
I would just
Yes.
like to thank
Yes,
my
that
team
sounds
for
about right.
carrying me, by the way. Thank you, Team Aegis. This has been great.
Yes. Let's see. Let's look at the scoreboard right now. If you want to check out Disco's screen here, we'll
Yeah,
take a
go
look
ahead
at the
and jump to
scoreboard
Disco
here.
Lando real quick.
We have got Vincent in the lead with 3 kills and 2 deaths. Racking up that point, you're doing a lot of damage. Not necessarily a ton of kills, but you're really racking up those damage points.
That's the name of the game.
Yep, look at Twerk 17 in second place with points and no kills.
Everybody kept stealing my kills.
Yeah, well, it looks like
Stealing
looks
my
like
kills.
Mayo Fumato was.
Oh man, we're really close to the full 60, guys. We
Yeah.
can do this. Let's bring it home.
Let's go, Team
Come
Aegis.
on. Which is what Adam said about
Good
Fish
shot.
Puppy.
Good shot.
All right, time for a comeback.
Oh, the
Anvil.
saber's
Let's go.
really
I don't
zippy.
think it's going to happen, boys. Accept it.
Yeah, no, it's
Accept
over.
your defeat.
It's
I
we
refuse.
Accept your
We
defeat.
could all get up and walk away. I'm pretty sure it's over.
May all your descendants feel
I'm
this
just gonna
dishonor.
focus on the shooting this house.
Where did that rock come from?
Ooh, shooting up that house.
I wonder if you guys are just trying to torture me. You completely damaged me,
Don't give up
but
this.
left me here.
You know, they left me with no wings.
Left me floating
so
in
it happens.
space.
Pretty sure it was Vincent. Shot off my wings. Was like, no.
Yep.
We're gonna need you to calm
Let
down.
you there suffer.
Yep.
They're leaving me here to suffer.
Hey, Riggs.
Yeah.
You're not doing so hot.
I just blew up somebody, so whoever was talking trash just died.
That was Xylo.
That
was Xylo.
That you did kill me while in the middle of me talking trash.
Yep, that's what you get.
Yes.
So that is what you get.
Well
Good
deserved.
job, Riggs.
I win.
24 points. Let's go,
I
boys.
take back 1/4 of the things I said about you.
24 points and a kill.
All right. Jeremiah Lee, you there?
Yeah.
Oh, I think that's the W.
And that's
That
the
is
W.
game.
That's the W.
is
All right. So with a score of 60,000 to 26,366, we have to concede victory in the first round dogfighting to Team Anvil. Congratulations, Team Anvil.
Woo! Good job. Hey, let's go right here. Let's get a little wave. Let's get a little wave.
See what I did right there? See what I did right there? Hold on. Look at this. Look at
Didn't
this.
rehearse that at all.
Look at this.
No.
Hey, guys, you just cheered a Team Anvil winning your Team Aegis.
He's right. They officially win now. They get the points. They tricked us. That's how it works.
Yes. All right.
Yay, free points.
So right now what's going to happen is we are in the process of queuing up for the race. So, guys, let's talk about that match a little bit. Team Anvil, first and foremost, I want to tell you a good job. Obviously, we were a little
Quit patronizing us.
No.
E for effort.
We were obviously a little outmatched in the in the dogfight, but I think most of us acquitted ourselves well. And I know that in the race, we're all on even footing because we have a special treat coming up with the race.
We do indeed.
Those who watch the pre-show. Those who watch the pre-show that started at 9 a.m., we are not racing in the traditional M50 or 350R or Mustang Gamma or Mustang Omega. We are instead going to be racing in the brand new Drake Herald coming soon in Alpha 2.6. Now, all of us have had some experience in the last 24 hours racing the Drake Herald for the first time. The Drake Herald is not the ideal ship for a racetrack with a lot of twists and turns. Who wants to talk about their experience racing with the Drake Herald so far? Go ahead, Twerk.
All right, I'll start with it. It's a fantastic good time. Again, like you said, it's not the best on the turns and stuff like that. It is a drag racing ship, right?
Totally.
So
You have to be conservative.
you have to be very conservative with the boost. So you're tapping it here and there, but on the straightaways, when you hit it, it moves. It goes super fast, and it's been a
Even
really
then,
good time.
If you get carried away with it, you hit 1,000 so fast,
You're off the
at
map.
boundary of the map.
Yeah, you're off the map. It's a fantastically fun ship. I can't wait to play it in the PU. I think that's where it's going to really shine.
We're good to go?
Yep,
Totally.
almost. Tyler's still queuing up. Now, one of the things that we were trying earlier today is we were trying to boost through the tunnel. And because boosting through the tunnel, the Drake's boost cannot be understated. When you lay on the afterburners on this thing, it moves. It is dangerous. We had a couple. We had a bit of trouble.
Friendly bet.
Yeah.
Over lunch.
I wasn't going for that. Yeah.
You know, we're going to talk about this, okay? Because not everybody was tuned in this morning. We had a little bit of a friendly bet, and it was if you won first place in first person, I'd buy you lunch. And if we won all in third person, then it'd be the other way.
Mm-hmm. You know, speaking of lunch, I know we had talked about the lunch button, and we had kindly asked Reddit to not post about the lunch button.
It was spam posted.
And I'm just gonna say, Reddit, what happened?
Yes, there were what 8 threads? Was it 8 that we counted? You think you can tell people not to put a thing on Reddit?
So for the record, before you get too far away from it, it was the very end of the race, and you decided while you were in first place that you thought it would be a good idea to do full boost through the tunnel. This was you were literally within 100 meters of winning.
I was in first place, and I thought, what better way? You know, you don't want to just win. You want to win with some flair.
Right.
So I took
But you did the opposite. You lost. He went full.
He lost with some flair.
Yes,
no,
yes.
did it with fire.
I perhaps bit off a little more than I could chew because I didn't try to just boost through the tunnel. I tried to boost through the gate into the tunnel.
I will give it to you. You were in first place that entire race.
Yes, and I earned that first place legitimately without any coercion from my fellow players.
Yes.
Right.
And so to represent Team Aegis and how we are and our beliefs, lunch is on me. I'll let this one slide.
All right. So we are racing now. This race is going to be a 3v3 in Heralds. The team members of Team Aegis are flying blue Heralds. The team members of Team Anvil are flying red Heralds for this. And the winning member of whatever member comes in first place, that team gets 25 points.
Yes, and just a quick update.
Yeah,
so
put
just
it
to
on your
mark
thing.
this on here, I'm keeping track of the score. Right now, Team Aegis is at 25 points. Anvil
Woo!
is at
He-
the
he-
goose
he-
egg.
he loves taking score. So Team
It's
Anvil.
anybody's game still.
So Team Anvil, we've got John Riggs and Adam Weezer. They're sitting this run out. They're going to give us some color commentary. On Team Aegis, we have Jeremiah Lee and Will Weisbaum. They're sitting out.
Yep.
This race will be done by community managers, QA, and community members. Team Anvil, we have to win.
I can do it.
We
that
have
is true.
to win this match. We cannot fall behind 50 points going into Star Marine, okay?
And I think we can all agree that this is really Tyler's round to
Yeah,
lose.
yeah.
Tyler, we're all counting on you.
We're all set.
Yes, there will be plenty of crashes as we try to
All right.
corral these
So
Heralds.
Another 25 points on the line. You guys ready?
Let's
All
do
right,
this.
ready?
Yeah, let's do this.
Readying
All
up.
right, everybody get ready up.
We are readying
Ready.
up.
Let's do it.
Expect chaos and crashing. Here we go.
And just for full clarity, those 25 points can be exchanged for tokens later on. Should be good.
Will Weisbaum.
And we're off. I'm gonna play it conservative. I'm gonna try and get a lap down.
Conservative. This is the Electronic Access
going for it.
Invitational. Conservative should not
Go
even
Anvil.
be talked about.
Yeah.
Go big.
I'm just glad
go
weather's not a
hard.
factor today.
Or go home.
Hey, what's the weather like? You're right.
I'll tell you what, the maneuverability is not
It's not bad.
No.
when you're going normal speed. It feels good.
Even when you boost a little bit,
The thing is that
300-400, solid.
it makes you too confident. You get overconfident.
Yes.
You're like, oh, this thing is handling great, and then you decide I'm going to go a little faster. Next thing you know, you're in another system.
Yep.
Does that mean it's work 1 and 2 right now?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Yes.
so.
Let me check the scoreboard
Go
really
Anvil.
quick.
Oh, I missed a gate.
Ooh.
I missed a gate.
Come on, Anvil.
Overestimated a little bit there.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
All right, who is that in first that's already on their way up?
It's me. You know.
Oh, just watched a bunch of heralds fly past
Oh my
Vincent's
God.
screen.
All right, so
It's just a matter of time, boys.
I have no
before-
doubt that we are showcasing 6 very stern concentration faces right now.
Yes.
I know.
I don't think people understand how much power is behind the engines on this ship.
All right.
I need Vince to get a good lead, and then I'm going to feel more comfortable just talking trash.
Yeah, and I already blew a gate.
Vince is in second.
Well,
Who's
we
in
got
first?
me.
Oh, Vince is in it.
hey, Vince.
Okay.
I'm in fourth.
Hey, Vince.
Yeah.
I challenge you
No, don't listen to him.
to boost through the tunnel.
Don't listen to him.
I usually do.
Okay.
You know, because he's a professional.
Yep.
No, I missed the gate.
You be sure to tell
Wrecked.
people when you're getting ready to boost the tunnel because we want to see that.
Oh, well, I was going to, but there's a ship right in front of me. And
That's one of the secret strategies
that's
to the
what I was
Herald
saying.
that
I
it takes
got
up
like
the
an
entire.
excuse.
I got
tunnel.
blocked, yeah. And,
Sounds like an excuse.
Oh, man.
If someone
Likely
gotta
story.
if someone wants to
raise
help
my
their
landing
team
gear,
out, they could
press
just park
N.
sideways inside the tunnel.
Team Anvil, we're going to need to step our game up. I just missed the gate, and I'm still
I'm
in
boosting
first
through the
place,
tunnel.
boys. Come on.
I'm boosting
Come
through
on.
the tunnel.
Come on,
Okay,
Team
I'm
Anvil.
going
Come on,
fast.
Team
Oh,
Anvil.
I did not make it through the tunnel.
Step up your game.
No. Oh, no.
It's me and Vince, 1 and 2 still.
All right, let's check this out.
Oh, Vince taking first.
So it looks like Vince's first lap was 1:39.
That is the time
For
to be.
you racers out there, that may sound so.
Somebody just went
that
racing
is-
right past me.
That is impressive for driving or flying this beast to this.
I mean, we're talking about the new adjusted
Right.
SEM speeds.
Yes. Yes. Now let's talk about the new adjusted SEM speeds. How does that affect racing?
Well, it does.
It definitely, yeah. It gives you,
Brilliant.
it gives you a lot more control.
It's color commentary like that.
It gives you a lot more control through the turns, but I think what it really needed was the changes to the boost to really
Yeah.
make racing exciting.
The way that it locks your perspective when you're boosting, similar to Cruise did.
Yeah.
It gives you way more control to go in and out of it.
Like it actually feels like you're being thrust back into your
Yeah,
seat when you
absolutely.
press that
Yeah.
boost.
And especially with this ship, you can really feel the power.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Like those main thrusters are not just for show. They're spinning out
dark.
a ton of. Oh, nice. Oh, that was good.
Tell you
Rocketed
what,
right
I
past you.
I have never been a good racer, even when I was in QA.
Oh no!
But I am
17
not in
seconds
last
off
place.
his lap time.
No good.
Oh, you had
There was a
Yes.
time where I did decent, and then the community started getting really, really good.
Yeah. Who are some
Nah,
of the
some
top
peop-
racers in the community? Can you
some
give me a
people
shout
are
out?
nuts.
I don't know anybody by name, but I know by
right.
org. Like
Here I am.
Test Squadron's really solid.
I'll give a
I'm
shout
gonna boost
out.
the tunnel.
Skyhawk.
Disco's gonna boost the
Skyhawk,
tunnel.
yes.
Skyhawk,
Let's see if I can pull this
T-Man.
off.
Doc Pasty.
Yes.
Trip Rodriguez is
Watching the
really
precision
Oh,
in
you're
which
right,
they
Trip
hit those
Rodriguez
turns.
is good.
Tunnel. Oh no.
Didn't WTFO used to race as well?
He doesn't do it as much anymore.
Now he's big into the FPS game.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, he'll like our next.
He'll like
bout.
the next game.
Tyler didn't notice me boosting the tunnel. Did it?
Oh.
It's the last lap.
This is
Is
the
this
final
last
lap
lap?
coming down.
Come on, Team Anvil.
This is really close. Only 2 more gates to go through.
I am wildly embarrassed.
Guys, this is everyone's race right now.
I know that I'm no longer
I
in last
just
place.
missed
That
the
makes me happy.
second to last, and now I crashed.
All right. Team Anvil, we gotta capitalize.
That did not end well.
I'm
no.
wildly embarrassed to admit that my landing gear was out.
I am now in third.
I missed the gate too. Anvil really has a chance here.
Will Team Anvil make it
Oh
out
my god, I
alive?
just missed a gate.
Next time.
Go
What was
Anvil.
awesome.
Oh, let's go Anvil.
Anvil.
Missed the
Colby,
gate. I missed
Colby,
the
are
gate.
you mean time?
Yes.
Colby taking it.
Colby takes the lead with the fastest lap of 1 minute 24 seconds. It is over.
Oh no!
Ladies and gentlemen,
Colby.
Team Anvil has taken the lead.
What?
Hey Colby,
Right.
take
Team
the lead.
Anvil.
Colby,
Give it up. Give it up. Give it up.
Wait, how do you
25
do the
points
hand
lead.
thing?
I never had a
Awarded
do
to
that,
Team
right?
Anvil.
Tie game.
If you didn't believe in miracles, you believe in them now.
Oh yeah.
Disrespect is
Oh,
real.
thank you, Colby.
Thank
you, Colby.
I cannot believe that
What
just
happened
happened.
down there?
That was the worst lap time I've put together too.
I thought you guys.
Yes. Meantime,
I don't like to
congratulations.
brag.
Woohoo!
You guys came in at the last second. We had to lead the entire
Yep.
the
I
entire
don't know.
match.
I don't know about that.
The best
that
thing
is-
about the
I
Herald.
think
I think I was first in most of it.
Yeah, I don't claim to ever have been the best.
You were so
the best
disappointed
racer.
when it was over. You didn't even realize your team had taken the victory. Colby came in and pulled through for you.
No, Colby, that
It has happened before.
that lunch that Tyler's gonna buy me, I'm giving it to you.
Sounds good to me.
Colby
Give
was
me
the
that.
first pick.
You win that lunch for
What's
that. All right, so what we're doing right now is we are queuing up. We are resetting the server. We are getting ready to play Star Marine, which thankfully, we are entering tied 25-25. You want? Did you write that down on the paper? Did you write down?
It's
that we had
already
25
written
people?
down,
Okay,
okay.
you did write down.
All right, so
25
currently the score, Aegis at 25 points.
Woo!
Anvil at 25 points. We got 75 points up for grab in Star
Yes.
Marine.
And
What are your predictions?
Well, my prediction, based on our pre-show testing, we started practicing with Star Marine yesterday, and I don't know who won most Star Marine matches. Who won most Star Marine?
it was pretty split. The only
No, it was not.
All right,
It sounded
listen.
like a
Can I
peanut-
Let's
take
take
a moment?
Jeremiah.
Like I know we're on air right now, but Jeremiah, I'm going to need you to go for the control points and not just
2 or
kill.
3.
This is not team elimination. We got to listen.
Can we explain the
JD
game mode that
Sauce
we're playing?
Play his
Sure.
game.
Yeah,
Sure.
let him play his
Let
game.
him shoot his shot.
He likes
Yeah,
his
let him do
KDR.
his thing. Wait, this is a
so
perfect
why don't
opportunity.
we talk about the game mode that we're going to be playing?
Yeah, this is not team elimination. This is something a little different.
Gotcha. Star Marine. Well, okay. So Star Marine, for anybody who doesn't know, is the FPS module of Star Citizen. Originally intended as a way to practice FPS combat within the Star Citizen universe. It is also a video game within a video game, just as Arena Commander is. Whereas Arena Commander is made by Original Systems and distributed by Electronic Access. Let's see if I get this. Star Marine is developed by Interdimension software. Interdimension software.
Can we get some rec in chat?
I was going to say, you going to give me some rec?
No.
Yeah, so we are going to be playing. What's the game mode? Actually, I'm not.
Last Stand.
Last Stand is the game mode we're going to be
it's
playing.
similar to like Domination with control points that you've seen in a lot of traditional FPS games. And it's not only is it fun, but having Star Marine is a great opportunity for us to have a test bed that really helps us refine, work, and iterate on FPS mechanics that will be throughout the entire game.
Yes, because we see our streamers. They play FPS in Crusader now,
Korea
mostly
Station.
at Korea, and it's Korea is a lot of fun, don't get me wrong, but having to respawn back at your base and fly back to Korea,
lengthy process to get back.
It is. So Star Marine will give players a bespoke section to just hone their FPS skills.
Absolutely.
With respawns and all the typical trappings of an FPS game. Now, when Star Marine does launch, it will have 2 maps in its original launch.
Yeah.
The map that we are playing on today is
Demian Station.
Demian Station.
Yeah, Demian. It's D-E-M-E-I-N.
Are we saying that right, Will?
Demian.
Yeah,
Demian.
Demian. A lot of people have been saying Damien, but it's Demian Station.
It's the son of Seton.
Yes, and then the other map, which we're not going to be playing today,
I don't know
is
Seton.
Echo 11, which was seen in Around the Verse either last week or the week before. So check that out.
Yep. So we're gonna be playing Last Stand on Demian as soon as we're all queued up.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's go ahead and see what the team's thinking
so
right
DJ,
now.
Yes. DJ, you and Twerk, because you've rehearsed with us, you are essentially the first community members to play the public or the new incarnation of Star Marine. Tell us about your experience.
It's been amazing, and it's also just like an honor to be able to do that. It was really cool, but we had so much fun. We were here really late last night doing it, and I wanted to keep playing. Like I couldn't wait till the next time we play it again. It was a great time. So I can't wait for everybody to see it.
Okay, and we are back to 5v5 for this. So rejoining us is Adam and John and Jeremiah and Will.
Yes.
Played Star Marine yesterday.
Yes.
What'd you think?
I had an absolute blast shooting Twerk in the face.
I did die a lot.
I'm all about continuing to shoot Twerk in the face and continuing to hack points. It's been as he said, it's been an absolute honor to play Star Marine. I know I'm not the only person that's been amped to shoot people in the face.
It is exceptionally fun to shoot Twerk in the face, isn't it?
It is. I would fully agree with that.
Like we've shot all of them in the face, but somehow it's more rewarding to shoot Twerk in the face. What do you think that is?
Why? I just have a shootable face.
I mean, Team Anvil's talking a lot.
I mean,
smack.
he owns it. He owned it.
But I'm just gonna say this: I have shot every single one of y'all at least twice in the face yesterday,
And still lost.
They love games.
But
See, I was just gonna let him allow that. Just allow that. Let him play his game. Let him shoot his shot. While we hack points.
What's been blowing me away, which we're going to show off in a second, is the transitions from running along the ground to jumping to 0G to jumping back down on the ground, which has been really fun. And the designers have done a great job to kind of emphasize that cycle through the gameplay, and kind of feels very unique to this.
Yeah, no, it doesn't feel like other FPS shooters that I've played. And obviously,
to be fair, this is the only FPS you've ever played.
No, that's not true.
Okay.
I played Quake 2 once.
All right, let's go ahead and get the
here we go.
builds launched on our end. We're going to pull up the 203 build. Let's see here.
Hold on. Sorry, we're still getting set up here.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in the 203 build.
Okay.
So what are the characters that we're going against?
So the two, Will?
It's a tale as old as time itself, Marines versus Outlaws. So the Star Marines of the title Star Marine are in here trying to show up the Outlaws running around Station Demian. Set in lore, this all takes place inside the Nexus system. So those of you who were already looking at the star map can rush there right now. Take a look at it yourself. Adam, anything to add? Adam, you're all on top of
Yeah,
all
actually,
this.
if you take a look at Will Weisbaum's monitor right now, you can see a little tour of the map while we're all connecting in.
Oh yeah, we have these beautiful Ooh, something bad happened there. I don't know if they're looking at my screen. I'm just going to describe it. There's a lot of hallways, some grates, there's guns. Oh, we're looking at it now.
Yeah.
It's wonderful.
All right. And why don't we? And what's going on? Let's check out
That's a
Colby's
coffee
screen. Let's
fan
check
of
out Meantime screen. Meantime? What are you looking at?
Some terminals. Some terminals here. I don't see any blood right now.
Brilliant.
I'm gonna make some blood, hopefully.
So you can see that there's
our
four
playstyle is a
different
little bit
terminals.
untraditional today because generally in an FPS, especially with the way that ours is built, it's a lot of tactics, a lot of strategy, but we are all on the same comms right now. So we're going to be able to hear what the other team's saying and vice versa.
Yes.
It enables us to talk a little bit of trash. So we came up with a little bit of code words for our control points for our team, but I don't know. We'll see how that works.
They'll hear them.
We'll see how it works.
I already forgot what they were.
Yep. All right, guys. We need to relaunch for a second. We are having some minor technical difficulties. Everybody ended up on my team. I mean, I don't want to complain, but they're telling me that we're not allowed to play Star Marine with everybody on my team. So if everybody backs out.
Sure.
gets ready here.
Damn your magnetic personality.
Yep. So, Will.
Yo.
Okay. So,
oh, he responded.
So, what more can you tell us about Demian?
Demian was constructed by the Hathor Group, which was the organization who came in and got a lot of the mineral and property rights to Nexus system. And they came in, but over time, as the minerals started drying up and things went bad, they moved out, and that's when the Outlaws started moving in, and violence got a little out of control.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you can see from the blood splatters and bullet holes that are decorating the station.
All right. And is Demian is obviously this is a video game within the video game. So, but is Demian a real location in the Star Citizen universe?
No comment.
Okay, fair enough. So while we're doing this here, we are going to throw it back to our good friend, Director of Community Engagement, Ben Lesnick, and he's going to talk to you while we get this squared away. Ben?
Hey, thank you, Jared. You guys are doing a fantastic job. I have to admit, I am Team Aegis, so go Tyler. Woo. No, isn't that cool? This is the first time we presented this version of Star Marine live. It's mostly going pretty smoothly. You can see it's really coming together. There are still some bugs and issues that we are chasing after, but it's going really well. It's cool, and we're going to have it in your hands in the not too distant future. I don't know if you guys are familiar, but in the Star Citizen universe, and this is one of my favorite things I've had some part in, Star Marine is a game within a game, and we created this whole pastiche of id Software for the history. So they did their version of Commander Keen, and then they did their version of Doom, which is Star Marine. So there's this whole history to the game itself. That is all available on the RSI website if you want to check it out. It's a cool little document. Star Marine today, you're seeing 5v5. We're going to have all sorts of other play options. There's multiple maps. It's just coming together really, really well. I'd also like to encourage everybody to check out the RSI site right now. We have put up the first day of the sale post. Every single day for the next week, we're going to have another air show sale post where we share what's going on, where we're sharing a different company. Imagine like going to a big air show where they kind of show off the different spacecraft every single day. That's what we're doing. So today it's the Prowler and the ships of 2-6. Tomorrow it's going to start being one company at a time. With I believe we're going to do Misk, Drake, Anvil, Aegis. There's going to be a day, I think it's Thursday. Thanksgiving in the U.S. is going to be all the minor companies, the ones that we're still building up, stuff like Consolidated Outlands, the company built the Starliner, and each day we're going to bring back in the store all the ships for that particular company. So if you've missed out on anything in the past, you will have that option. We also have these 4 variants that we shared earlier in the Arena Commander live stream. We're going to have a different one every 2 or 3 days, and it'll be announced on the site each day which one's available. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I have to be at my house on Thursday at 10 a.m. to get this particular ship, that is not the case. Following all of our companies next weekend, so Saturday, Sunday, will be everything available at once. So that's your free-for-all if you want to melt all your ships and reconfigure them and so on. It's going to go really great. Anyway, hope you enjoy the stream. We're going to go back to Star Marine now. Over to Jared.
This is very exciting.
We're waiting on one more client to connect. So just to recap the Electronic Access Invitational, Team Aegis won the dogfighting portion. Congratulations, Team Aegis.
Guys, you're supposed to cheer when they boo.
But through remarkable guile and cunning, Team Anvil came back to steal the race round out. Like we all did it. It was Colby.
It is currently a tie game.
So are we
ready
team players to go? Is that what's happening?
ready to ready up.
Vinny, everything's good on our end. Everything's looking good to go.
We are ready. I'm being told that we are ready to go.
All right, so just as a reminder, it's 25 to 25. There's 75 points on the line. There's 3 rounds. We are playing Control.
So, Team Anvil appears to be the Outlaws. Congratulations, Team Anvil. While Team Aegis is the Marines. Marines.
This is where we make our last stand, Marines.
All right, so we are in our beginning staging areas, and when we get the all clear.
You guys ready for this, Team Aegis?
You guys ready up?
I'm ready. Let's do this.
All right,
Anvil.
Let's go ahead and ready up, everybody.
Here we go.
We are going.
Someone's not ready. Press X.
This is it.
Who didn't press X?
One more person needs to ready up.
You know who hasn't pressed X? Check
There
their
it is.
neighbor.
There it is. Game starts.
All right.
Anytime soon.
All right, teammates, just get the control points.
Team Anvil.
Keep your heads on a swivel.
Heads on a swivel,
Team Anvil.
boys.
Heads on a swivel, boys.
Stay out of the fatal funnel.
Stay out of the fatal funnel.
Here we go.
Swivel heads.
All right,
Dibs
all
on
right.
shotgun. Guys,
Teammates, just a reminder, this is not team deathmatch. Let's get those control points.
Jeremiah Lee.
All right, I'm heading for ham cheese sandwich.
Ham and cheese
Remember
sandwich.
our code
heading
words.
for ham and cheese sandwich.
Remember our code words.
Stick together.
Code words, porcupine.
Octopus carpaccio.
Platypus.
All right, they are taking A, guys. They're hacking A and
As
C
I'm
already.
heading to grilled cheese sandwich.
What were you saying about A? You were saying something about
DJ
A.
Knight claimed first blood.
You were saying something about A.
He's running. He's going for a run.
We got two of them at A, boys. Two of them
Take a
at A.
disco. Take a
There's
disco.
one on top
Got
right.
it. Cover me, guys.
Top
Got it.
right. There he is.
Will, I'm
Coming
covering
down.
you. Will, I'm
Yeah,
covering
cover
you.
me.
I got a
covering
shotgun.
you.
That's
Cover
not going
me.
to do any good.
Control point
All right, A
gained.
is down.
We're down.
Oh!
All right, let's get the next.
Did you give
They're
DJ what
still
he
up here.
deserved?
Careful. There's
Let
one
out.
up here.
Do you want to
Let
defend or move on? I'm staying with you.
Come on, respawn.
I'm reloading.
Ah,
I don't think I'm going to survive this one.
Somebody died.
Shredding.
Let's go do it. Good job, Jaylee.
Where you guys going? Go see.
They're
I got it.
capping
I got
C.
it.
They're
I got
capping
it.
C.
Let's head across, Will. Let's go ahead. Where are you?
All right, I'm
NC.
following you.
All right, you right behind me?
Where are you, Tyler?
Sweet.
I am
All right, we got it. We got it.
Moving
I'm
moving
coming
on.
from up top.
B?
Okay, I'm
No,
going
B.
below.
I think it's
Yep.
cheeseburgers.
I just face planted.
Veggie sandwich.
Good job. I got
Stand
that.
back up,
We're
stand
all
back up,
here.
stand back up.
Come
Here
on.
we go.
Control point gained.
That's us. That's
I'm
us.
right behind
we
you,
got
Riggs.
him, AJ.
Right behind you, Riggs.
Same
All right,
team.
come
You
around
got
this
him,
side. Come around
Aegis.
this side.
Oh, jeez.
Get the angle.
Somebody's throwing grenades.
I'm
They
gonna
took C
drop
back.
down. I'm gonna drop down.
Control point gained.
Oh, grenade out.
Grenade out.
Control
Back.
point gained.
All right, there we go. Got
Stay
that
on me
one.
and Will.
All right, here we're moving in.
Where you guys going? Back to C.
They're all here.
Yeah,
There it is. There it is.
They're all at B. They're all at B.
Shotgun.
Oh
It's
my
a
goodness.
bloodbath.
That was a bloodbath.
It's a
Did we win though? We won.
They're so bad, guys.
That was a lot of
Don't
build up.
give up. Don't give up.
Oh, wow, they're
Got another
grenade
one.
spam. Grenade spam.
Come on, Anvil.
Oh, I got hit by a grenade.
Marines are ahead,
Smoke
guys.
effects.
Marines are ahead.
All right, they have,
All right,
they have
current
3
score,
points
Marines
capped.
63, Outlaws 47.
They have 3 points capped.
Currently, the Outlaws is Team Anvil, so that will be Jared and team, and the Marines is
Cover
Team
me.
Aegis. Myself, Tyler, and team.
Your rounds.
All right, so we need C.
Yeah.
Oh,
Whoa.
It's actually a pretty
ran
close
into a
game
grenade.
so far.
No, not from my
I'm still learning
Come on, you're back,
the
Lando.
explosion radius of the grenade. I just killed myself.
Let's
All
go
right.
see, guys. Where you at?
I'm going through the window.
Guys, there is only a 1 point difference between the two teams right now. It is
Control
very,
point.
very
And
close.
Team Anvil pulls ahead.
Yeah, for now.
Come on top. Come on
For
top.
now.
All right, come.
Top shelf.
All right.
Taking Charlie.
Fire.
Dying.
Ooh.
I avenged you. I got something for you, Cap.
Yo, can I get some
Right
rips
back.
in chat, please? Thank you.
Same team.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I'm coming. I'm coming to meet you.
Oh, same team.
Yeah.
You got C. All right. Oh,
They're on B.
They're
They're on
taking
B.
B.
That's us. That's us. Take it, Vince. I got you.
Russian. Get me back, guys.
Control point gained.
I forgot the first one.
Bravo's down.
I'm heading to bacon.
Oh,
Ready to go.
Are you-
Bravo.
I got it. I got
Point
it.
gained.
All right, we got A.
Now we go.
They're going B.
Let's play some defense.
They're going B.
Yeah,
They're
I'm
going
going
B.
Defend B.
Dibs on the
Defend B.
cheeseburger.
On top shelf. Got him.
Somebody.
Got him.
Get
Got
it.
him.
Take him for me.
I got
you
your
Come
back.
on.
Riggs,
Almost there.
got your
Almost
back.
there.
Riggs.
Need a few more
Full credit.
seconds. Few more
You got
seconds.
me.
All right. We got it. We got it.
Oh, yeah.
Moving on.
Guys, this is a close
Good
game.
job,
Moving
Team
on.
Anvil.
5 burgers.
Oh.
Press C. Watch out. They're
Team
coming.
Anvil is in the lead.
They're
Work.
coming. Are they coming C?
Yeah, they're coming C. Coming down that hallway.
Above.
Oh, yeah. I'm out of bullets.
And Team Anvil is starting to take the lead by about
I
12
got your
points
rear,
right
DJ.
now. 12,
I got your
15.
rear.
I'm getting
All right.
In case
I'm
people
back.
haven't
Ow.
noticed, we can bleed out now.
Guys,
so
Team
we have to
Anvil is
heal our
capturing
heads.
the last point right now. They are going to hold every point if we do not stop them.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Let's
Oh,
do it.
DJ. I died. I died. already got it. We already got it.
All right. Let's play some defense.
Oh,
Headed to
that's
A.
what you get for trying to
Yes.
rub it in.
Yes.
Oh,
I'm
this is
covering you,
embarrassing.
Torque.
We're getting four capped.
Hey,
covering you,
Jaylee.
Torque.
Hey, Jaylee.
What?
I like
Go,
them
boys.
face
Get me,
bullets.
because I'm going to bleed.
Listen,
How you like those
listen,
bullets?
son.
Cool.
You might have to take it over because I'm going to bleed.
Those were bullets delivered
I
directly
don't
to
have
your face.
any.
You got okay. You got it. You got it.
Sorry, your bullets did not come
All right.
through.
Yeah, I
got
just
me.
bled out.
So Tyler,
Alright.
Tyler had a
Where
good
they
point
at?
earlier about the bleed out.
Still at
all
A.
right,
Taking
they got
over
B and C.
Sands.
We need to move.
you
Be
have to
healing. Be
remember.
healing. Be healing.
Yes.
Alright, Will, I'm
Mind
running
your
out.
six.
Remember that by using the engine shot.
There you go. Give me a
have
double
to- you
kill.
have to have
Give me a double kill. Oh, you got me. 2v1. Killed by ADP.
ADP.
All right. Looks like Team
Okay,
Handful
keep
is taking the
going.
lead by
Oh,
about
get
50
down, get down.
points. Even cap right now.
I'm down. I'm down.
Hey, Will, I was trying to cap that point. Right?
Seriously, I'm sitting there. I'm just trying to cap
There
a
we go.
point. I'm
Hey.
trying to hack a little computer. And Will Weisbaum comes up and is like, no, face bullets.
I decided to deny you.
Yeah. Actually, those were back of the head bullets.
Denied.
As long as we're being technical about it. Come on, guys.
Jaylee, I'm counting on you.
Star Marine. Outlaws. Back in. Get the ham and cheese. Outlaw Anvil. We have the lead. Let's keep it up. Let's not stand on ceremony.
Where is everybody?
Let's work on right.
All right, coming. You're right behind me. All right, we're going right. We're going right.
Star Marine takes a lot of my time.
Look up though. Cover up.
Yeah, top shelf.
I'll cover you.
All right.
Take it, Charlie.
Taking C back.
Get my back.
Oh, we got it. No, we got it. All right, we got it. Oh,
Snuck up.
Control.
Ah, they got me.
Yeah, I got you. That's
Take
right.
that.
oh
DJ
yeah,
Knight.
there we go.
Control point gained.
You're dead, son.
All right, we got A.
All right.
We got it.
Back to A.
Oh, they're coming A. They're coming A. They're coming A. Oh, they're down. We're clear.
Double kill. Is it? Oh no, I ran ammo. Yes. Disco Lando.
boys, keep it up.
Come
Make sure
on,
to use
man.
those ammo crates, guys. That's what they're
How do you
there
like that?
for.
Conveniently placed.
We
in
can throw
I like it now.
Gemini.
I like it now.
Place me now.
Oh.
Keep it up,
You like
Jaylee.
Third alpha,
Yes.
guys.
Look.
You can't turn. It's
Alpha
like when you turn when you
Charlie.
drive. You can't turn and talk smack. So
Oh my
kill you.
goodness.
I was talking smack to Xylo.
Hey,
Do you actually talk
Let's go. Get off the
smack while
ground.
driving?
Hey,
Come on,
hey,
boy.
one behind.
Get
One
up, let's
behind
go.
in A.
Are you like, oh, I stopped at that
All
red
right,
light.
get
better
A,
than you.
Team Aegis, get A, defend it.
Guys,
Yeah, because we have 3 right now. Don't let
we
them
are,
take A.
we are catching up. We need
All right,
to
we got
go
a-
back.
talking about?
We got 49 seconds, guys.
Oh, they got me.
Got to hold.
Hey,
All right,
that's
let's
okay.
take that stuff back.
We still got alpha.
Push A.
They just got the alpha.
Push A.
All right, we got 3. If we hold them,
If we hold them, we have a chance in these last 40 seconds because we have work fully capped.
Come on, guys.
got A.
All right,
you,
there's
Riggs.
there's
We are
a
four
chance.
capping.
Oh
we
my
are
goodness.
four. Lando, you see what
Oh my
the 4 blue
goodness.
circles at the top mean? That means that we are 4.
Accessing control
This ain't
point.
over. We got 23 seconds.
All right.
Defend,
You see that
defend.
box
Team
swing around?
Aegis
coming
for
back.
the Marines
Guys,
is
come
coming
on.
back.
Ah.
We're within
Defend
20
C,
points.
Come on, A. Come on, A.
We're
Get
within
C
20
2.
points.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Come on, come on, come on.
Control point
points.
Here we
gained.
go, guys. Here we go.
Taking one. Taking Delta.
They're taking.
All right, hold on. Yeah, there we go. Still got it.
That's
Still
right.
got it. Still got
Right.
it for the last.
Oh,
my
cheers
God.
Hold
for
on.
death grenade.
Hold on.
I'm defending over here.
They have C. I
Hold
don't know if
on.
we can do this.
Oh, this is so
Hold
close.
on.
So
Hold
close.
on.
Get him!
All right.
Yes.
Get him!
So let's go ahead and mark that down.
Where are we putting those points, Tyler? Where are we
Right,
putting those
right
points? Where are we
here.
putting-
So round 1.
Round 2,
25
guys.
points
Right.
to Team Anvil.
We're going
Let's
right
go
into
ahead and
round
go
2,
to
guys.
two.
Right into round 2. Begin.
Oh, come on, we got to turn this around.
Right away.
Right away, guys.
Yeah,
round
no, it's
2.
jumping straight into it. Let's roll. Let's roll.
Let's keep it up, guys.
I want to turn back time.
If I could turn back.
I love doing
Let's
that.
not.
Copyright.
But
All right, guys. For round 2,
Right
it's
behind
0-0.
you, Lando.
Nobody's caught any points, so all the control points are open.
Yeah.
Here we
But
go.
the overall competition.
Overall
Team
competition.
Aegis.
Yes, overall
Aegis
competition
is
is
up.
25 to 50.
Where you going?
Anvil is up by 1.
If anyone
Why are
wants
you
to go
shooting me?
on
Same
tour,
team, buddy. Let's go.
I'm going to show you
Alpha's
something
there.
that
Alpha's
I don't know if
there.
anybody's
Alpha's
seen
there.
yet.
Double kill.
Alpha's
I
ours.
really hope I was on camera because that was a beautiful double kill. His body is laying on the thing I need to hack. Can you move, bro? Can you move?
Yes, there's a body on the...
He's
All right.
defending it with his
Capping
with his
today.
corpse, as he
Guys,
did
get
in
those
life.
control points. There's still 2 that are
Control
open.
point gained.
Habeas corpus.
When you kill me while I'm hacking, that really upsets me.
Well, the guy that I shot, his body fell over the hack
saw that.
terminal. I couldn't hack it while he was there. I just pushed him out of the way. Luckily,
Someone
the
going to
melee
alpha?
threw him off of it.
Guys?
Here we go. All right, they're
good
taking
job,
C. They
Anvil.
got C and D.
Good job, Anvil.
All right, guys.
Get him.
There's a guy sniping at C. It's not cool. It's not cool.
I think
That's pretty
I believe
cool.
you want to call
Or-
that shotgun to the back.
Or it's the opposite of cool.
All right, they're at B. They're at B. They're
that-
taking B. We
I
can't
don't
let
know
them
what
have
you're talking
3.
about.
Nobody's at B. Don't even worry about B.
The
Same
opposite
team,
of
same
cool would
team.
be
Shooting
real
across
life.
the
Not even a
platform.
thing.
Same team.
Control
Bad guy,
point
bad
It's not
guy.
a thing.
Team A just change of plans.
Bad guy right
Let's
in
try
front
to
of
get the
you.
most
Disco right
points.
behind you. Following you.
Oh, sorry.
All right.
Will, come with me.
Oh, we are.
DJ.
There's 5 minutes and 15 seconds left
No.
in this round. Right now, it's pretty
Yeah.
close
All
game
right.
within 10
So-
points of each other.
Guys, let's
Each
switch
team has
things
2
up.
caps.
Yeah. This is it, guys.
I was trying to heal.
Team Anvil, we win this, we win the first Electronic Access Invitational. So focus.
Come on,
Yeah,
come on,
let's,
come on.
let's,
Going.
let's be honest here. You really think it's going to happen? Yeah, I should
Yes,
talk
I
smack.
believe.
Well, we're capping
Control
every point right
point
now. Let's 4
gained.
cap that. Let's grab C. We just got A
Control
and B.
point
A's down.
gained.
Team Anvil, keep it up. Rush it, rush it, rush it.
All right, Marines coming back. Guys, once we're holding the points, stay at the points and defend them.
This new strategy is
Going
working
after
great.
Charlie.
The getting the
Vince
points and then
Rushman.
keeping
Getting
them.
the points.
So
Yes, very
team,
important.
Once again, for those
All right,
keeping
we got
score,
four cap.
We got
Four cap.
Split up and defend
Defend.
them. Split up and defend them.
Team Anvil has 50 points.
And Team Aegis has
Okay, they're
25.
taking A.
And 25 is
Go to
Calf.
A. No, they're not.
Go to A.
Don't worry about A.
What are you talking about? Hey,
A's not a thing.
hey, you're on a different team than I am.
A's not a thing. I don't know what you're
Anvil,
talking
we
about.
have got to cap some points.
Yeah, if
Aegis
you
is pulled
guys
ahead.
don't, this is going to go to a round 3.
Now, for those who don't know, what does CAP stand for?
Capture. Yes. Unfortunately, in the first round, Team Aegis learned how to play the game from us.
Yes, Team Aegis has taken the lead, 87-64. We hold 3 points. 2 of them are being taken.
B is being taken.
Not
Okay.
anymore. We got it.
Nicely done.
Ooh. I need cover. Are you here with me? No, you're not.
I'm at B.
We lost
I'm
A and
going
D. Are
solo.
people on
Going
solo
solo.
capture?
Oh, come on.
Defending,
I think
this
we're
seems like a
down.
bad job. All right, I'm out of here.
This may actually come down to the final round. Yeah,
This
I know.
keyword in that sentence was
You look
may.
stressed.
Let's keep
Get
it
to
as
C.
may. Let's keep it as may.
Hey, DJ.
Yes. See, that's rude.
We got C. I
Don't
covered
you
it.
dare show my
I covered C.
teammate. I'm coming for you.
Listen, Riggs, I know where you work.
Yeah. And you work in a completely different. See, behind you. Turn around. You're shooting the wrong team.
No. Was that Jeremiah? Jeremiah.
What? Me? No.
Okay, good.
Get C. We're right here. Where are you going? Let's get C.
Oh, meleeed.
Oh, I bled out. Damn.
All right, guys, it's looking like a sweep here. Team
Yeah.
Aegis
gosh.
holding all 4 control points. 3 minutes left on the clock.
I'm taking C. Taking C.
I finally understand all those hackers out there. It feels so good.
All right.
DJ got
what?
it.
Who lets
Oh,
C
he's
go?
good.
Oh,
You were in
wait,
your
is this
spawn
Lando?
room.
Is this
You
Lando
were
right
in your
here?
spawn
You had
room.
one job.
Oh.
Shoot him.
Tyler just entered our spawn room.
I don't
Took
know.
me out.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but that was called teabag.
Burn.
You said it. There goes our.
That's in a approach, yo.
Accessing control point.
Okay, Pam.
Oh my gosh.
Guys,
Oh,
Come on.
I just face planted.
Anvil,
Control
we got 2
point
minutes.
gained.
Oh, come on, Team Anvil.
Oh, that was
Let's
beautiful.
still do
This
this, guys.
Outlaws.
We got to get those
We still
back.
do this,
We
Outlaws.
have to get those
I died,
back.
but I like
All right, we got
dying
B
that
back.
way.
Appreciate it.
Just soaring
2
past
minutes.
each other.
2 minute
cover,
warning.
Cover here.
Like eagles in flight.
What,
Eagles
where are
with
you?
guns.
Oh, I know.
Control
I need
point.
cover here.
We were like gun
They're
eagles.
taking D. Go to D if you can.
Oh, they're
They're grabbing.
No, they're
Oh,
not.
yeah,
no,
I'm dead.
They're not grabbing C. It's
They're
all
grabbing
good.
D.
No, just leave C alone.
They're grabbing
Bad guy up here,
everything.
bad guy.
Control point
Grabbing B now.
gained.
So they're all
It's on a
spread out. They're
swivel,
spread out.
boys.
They're spread out.
They're taking B. All right,
No,
I'll
they're not.
head B. I'll
What's
head
wrong with B? Nothing's
I'll head
wrong
to
with B. B is
It's
Nothing
DJ
is
Knight.
happening at B. Nothing
is
is
fine.
happening at B.
DJ Knight's at B, so
Aegis,
it should be an
go
easy
away.
kill.
Back guy.
It's fine.
It should be an easy kill at B. It's just DJ Knight.
No, it's not. It's all
Nope.
of them. They're all there.
Oh,
Sorry.
Face lasers.
nice.
Who got face lasers?
Nice.
I did. You got me.
Interesting.
Take it back. Take it back.
Come on, guys.
Come on,
Yes.
guys. Come on,
Defend him,
guys.
Defend him.
We got this. We got this. We got
We
this.
just got to delay.
All right, guys. It's 200
Block
to
Bravo,
146.
block
Team
Bravo,
Aegis.
block Bravo.
Just
Team
remember,
Aegis
if we
is
hold
winning
two-
by 60 points.
Oh,
Block
minute
Bravo.
If
three
we
to
hold
go.
two, they can't stop us.
There's
Focus on
only a
holding
minute
two.
and a half left.
We can do this. Get those points.
No, that's 3 cap.
Vince, I'm with
I
ya.
hate to say this to you, but that is game unless you guys are going to 4 cap it. 1 minute left. We hold 3 control points.
You're not math.
I am not math, but I am logic.
That's the way to play.
Oh,
right there.
shotgun
watch out,
to my
Vince.
back.
Vince, I got you. Oh, you all killed each other.
Oh, nice. Let us embrace.
Get it.
Guys, for those of you who weren't paying attention, we have a little HUD
Gained.
radar that shows
Less
where
than
people
1 minute left.
It
It's
does?
looking like Team Aegis is going to take this round, which means it's going to be a tie game, and we're going to have to go to a final round.
are. For those paying attention to the environment, the yellow crates are full of mustard.
Accessing
Red
control
crates are
point.
full of ketchup.
Is that a writer saying that?
Yeah,
If so, I believe it.
Exactly.
actually
What
believe it.
manufacturer
Was
of
that
those
Will or
mustard
Adam?
and ketchup was there?
I had that. Space mustard.
30
You
seconds.
dead kid.
Everybody needs space mustard.
Oh, come on.
Come on, Anvil.
Nice.
Accessing control
Oh,
point.
have you seen these? The blood
24
splatter
seconds.
effects?
24
Nice
seconds.
nade.
Blood
Nice
splatter
nade.
effects.
They're so
Oh, get
Nice nade.
wrecked. Look at the blood splatter all over the wall. That is disgusting.
That's called.
Oh, from a higher position, I still
Thank
got
you, whoever covered me. Thank you so much.
Oh.
Yeah, that was me, and I died for you.
7. Lost it. How dramatic. 261. This is it.
Oh,
yes.
That's it. Team Aegis takes round 2, so it is
4 to
officially a
5.
tie game. That's 25 points for Team Aegis. That puts both teams at 50 points. So it all comes down to
To
ties.
this.
Wait, are you saying
We're
Tiebreaker.
short-handed,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, hold on.
It's all coming down
Before
to
we get
this?
started, we are shorthanded. There are only 4 members on each team?
Yes.
No, there's 5 on yours,
5 on
4
five.
on ours.
Not on my
No,
scoreboard.
no.
Yeah.
The fifth is
Okay.
our spectator.
I apologize.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To do that wrong button.
Okay. Round 3, guys.
Listen,
Go.
You're reaching, Jared.
Go,
You're,
go.
you're reaching. You're trying to find something.
So,
it's not going to happen.
Look at it.
Come on, Team Anvil.
Guys, let's take this home. Jeremiah, I love
All right.
you.
Yeah.
All right,
It
new
is
new
currently
plan.
Team A just 100 or 75 points. What's math?
No, it's 50 points to 50 points tie game. We're down to the final round.
Control point
New
gained.
plan. Let's get the most
Accessing
points.
control
Isn't this like whose line is it anyways? Where you just give us
Twerk, I got
points
you back.
for no
I'm
reason?
protecting.
I'm probably gonna bleed out because I forgot
Why
to
do
heal
you
before
keep
I.
doing that?
Good
Yeah.
job, team.
Why do you keep doing that
Hack
twerk?
it.
Oh, you're on my team.
Oh, we're all.
Control
Can I get some
point
rip twerk in
gained.
chat?
Nope,
Thank you.
nope.
Are we
I'm
not?
good.
You're gonna
Are we
live.
rolling
You
out
live.
of the squad?
I lived. I'm gonna hold
I
here. You guys go.
apologize.
You guys run.
Yep.
I'm gonna hold.
I'll stay with you. No. I'm
No,
gonna
go.
Oh man, I love flying.
Guys,
This is-
right now, Team Anvil has 0 control points.
They're taking 2, so we gotta go.
Thank you for that exciting commentary, Torque.
Yeah.
It's taking a while to hack that. Got it?
Whoa.
Oh, that was the best kill I've ever had.
How did you do that?
I dropped down right in front of
I
you
saw you.
and face bulleted
Alright, where to
you.
now?
I got you.
Like, look, I dropped down
just got
like
a double
Batman.
kill there. I'm
I was
taking it back.
Batman.
B.
If I had a
I'm taking
cape,
this back.
it would have been whoosh. Would have been whoosh.
5.5
They are
minutes
taking
left,
off
guys.
us.
All right, that's also our team.
But
Control point
All right,
gained.
knuckle down.
And I
Knuckle down.
took
we
fall
got
damage.
C again.
I
Come
took
on.
fall damage and then I killed you.
Guys, I'm beginning to
Oh,
think
we're letting him back into it.
that this game is really about getting
Got him.
Got
Got him down.
Good,
He's
good,
down.
good,
He's
good.
down.
See.
Cover me. I gotta heal. I gotta heal first.
I'm going.
I always knew you would
Cover
kill
me.
me.
Need a med
Cover me.
pack.
I'll
Need a
go.
med pack.
Anyone at A?
Are you covering me?
You gotta get there.
We're
good.
back.
Vince has got you.
Losing all of them.
Get to A, guys.
I got it, Vince.
I
You
don't
heal.
know. I don't know if you didn't hear the preamble, but it's all come down to
Accessing
this.
control point.
This is it, guys.
It's 49 to 50 to 42. We were within 10 points of each other with 4.5 minutes on the clock.
Oh, they're full
Control
cabin.
point
We got C.
gained.
All right, just hold it. Don't everybody leave.
Yeah, Vince, stay.
Guys, I just want to say,
I'm going upstairs.
I hope we win.
I agree. I too would like to win.
We all get lunch.
No.
Wanting to win and
This is
actually
not an
winning.
arrangement we planned. Not even a little bit. All right,
I got it.
cover me.
I got the top of C covered.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
He's coming down.
I'm about to get wrecked.
Okay, C's clear.
No, it's not.
There's not.
Bravo acquired. Bravo
Shredden
acquired.
just took me
All right,
out.
B, let's go D.
Them's your bullets.
Yeah.
Give it back.
Anvil, we are ahead.
We lost
Keep
J.
doing what we're doing, Anvil.
Where's everybody? C. I got him. I got him.
Alright, C's clear. C's clear.
Bravo.
Not anymore. They're
Bravo.
all at C, boys.
Right.
So just take.
I'm coming in. You're exposed.
Exactly.
All right.
What about give? Give.
No, this is all about take. All about the take right now.
Oh, they're getting C. Who's on C?
Oh, I was.
He did. He ate Lisa.
There we go.
Control point gained.
Oh, they got me at
Vince,
D.
you good?
Great point.
Oh, the status quo keeps
Great
changing.
point.
All right,
Ham
86 to
sandwich.
106 right now. Team Anvil is in the lead by
Let's go,
about
Anvil.
20 points. We only got 3.5
Anvil, we're
minutes
losing
left.
C.
Hey.
Guys, if we don't turn this around,
Control
Go, Anvil.
point gained.
Got C.
Move it.
Let's go, Anvil. Come on. Here we go now.
Ham sandwich.
Whoa, big fight, big
second.
fight, big fight.
Nice work.
Uh-oh.
Need my back up.
We are in trouble.
Get it. I got your back,
Thanksgiving
DJ.
at my house.
Appreciate it.
Got your back. Let's get that 4 cap.
Accessing control point.
No 4 cap.
Control
Oh, they're
point.
gonna get it.
Oh, they got it.
Sandwich.
Nice.
Oh, they got it.
Oh no.
Watch out.
Sandwich. Anvil.
Roast beef club.
Yummy. Bay Cities.
Oh, they're all at A.
There
They're
we
all
go.
at A, boys. All
Bay
at A.
Cities.
Accessing control point.
What are you even talking about? What's A?
That's our own team member shooting. No, it's not.
all right, guys, it's coming down to this. Only 2.5 minutes, 100 to 160. We got to claim
We are
these.
losing
Somebody
2
get
points.
to
Let's
A.
go, Anvil.
I'm grabbing C.
Come on,
Back to C.
Anvil.
Back to C.
Oh, I'm getting
We're
shot.
losing 2.
If
Keep
you
the
had
pressure
guessed
on.
me
Keep
which
the
of the
pressure
2
on.
outcomes I thought was most likely, I would not have guessed
Game
this.
six.
one.
Yeah, that was me. I love you
Riggs.
too. I love you.
Riggs. I hate you.
All the early,
Nice.
all the early
Just like
polls
this
had
guy,
Aegis
loved him
winning.
too.
I need
Let's
ammunition.
check the scoreboard really
Bullets.
quick. If you guys could jump to my scoreboard so we can kind of look at the kill death
Bullets
ratio
allowed.
right
Let's go to
now.
let's go to Zyla's screen.
You guys could cut to Zyla. Let's see here.
Bullets and love. That's what you get.
I might be doing this just because 17
Nice
11.
double team, Colby.
Yes. Don't forget to heal.
I didn't get shot.
Control point gained.
That was.
Don't forget to leave a note.
All right, Vince, we got to move from here.
Oh, it's coming. All right, just give you guys a quick update on kills. Leading the kills on each team. Team Age is Zyla with
Oh,
17
fine,
kills.
Disco, shoot me in the
Team
back.
Anvil leading with kills. DJ Knight with 19 kills, 14 deaths.
Indubitably.
That's very nice. Disco Lando second place with 12 kills, but 15 deaths. That's okay though.
Control point gained.
Control point.
We are done.
Oh, yeah. QA's calling it.
Never
Makes me
give
happy.
up.
QA's
That
calling
is
it.
not the attitude to have.
Four cap.
Get to be, guys.
QA doesn't
Minute and a
have
half.
that
We
attitude.
four cap it right now. We can pull this back.
Tyler,
Tyler.
this is when I bring down the console and I set the
concession
scoreboard.
speech.
Right?
Yeah, I'm about to pull some QA hacks in here.
Well, I got B back for us, and then I.
All right, I've got God mode now.
They're coming.
See you guys. Anvil.
Oh, right behind me.
Yeah.
Entrance
I'm mailing
at Bravo.
him. Oh,
Nice.
get wrecked.
Oh, we just missed.
You got
Just
me.
missed, Bravo.
You got me a
behind us,
hair.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know. Oh, yeah, but your teammate got me back. Guys, it is not looking good. We need
We are in
to
trouble.
cap.
Oh,
We
grenade.
need to 4-cap.
Hey guys.
We are in serious trouble here.
All right, Anvil. I got a new plan.
Best place I could.
I'm going to go out on a limb here. I'm going to give anybody $10 on Team Anvil to stand up and just walk away.
And there you go. You owe.
Walk away.
Hey,
No.
I heard a mic.
No. Yeah, we did.
Go.
I'm going to pay you $10.
Yeah. I'm not a key strategist, but I think if we can score more points, then we'll win.
Well, now we're man up. Now that Adam's left.
Sure,
so sick
take
'cause
me
we're doing well
2-on-1,
at the end. I'll
guys.
be honest,
Don't
I-
like a fair fight. I see how it is.
Heal up.
All right, we're
someone
3
did
capped.
alpha.
We're 3 capped.
So you're saying
Get
there's
that
a
alpha. Get that alpha.
chance.
Get that alpha.
Get that alpha.
This is a valiant stand at the end,
backup
but
here.
Maybe not.
Somebody.
Alpha.
this is Thermopylae all
That-
over.
Somebody had the drop
was
on me
good.
and
That
died.
Guys, that's going to be the end of the game.
That's
5
gonna do it.
seconds left.
Get ready for that.
Four.
Get ready for that Team Anvil
Team
victory image.
Anvil
Get ready for that
has
Team Anvil
won
victory image.
Anvil.
the tournament.
You can't break an anvil. You don't know.
It's all right. Hey, keep your chins up, Team Aegis. Let's congratulate
Guys,
them with
pass
respect.
it down. Pass it down. Pass it down.
Pass it down.
There we
go. There we go.
Congratulations to Team
Fantastic.
Anvil
Congratulations
on
to Team
your
Anvil
win.
for
I'm
winning
sure
the
it
overall
means a
tournament,
lot to
75
you.
points to 50.
I hate them.
Awesome
Love
stuff.
Star Marine.
Not yet. We are. All right.
Yay.
Congratulations to Team Anvil.
Yes,
Well
well
done,
done.
sir. All right, Jared, well done.
Thank you.
Well done, Jared.
All right, here we go.
Thank you.
Well
Sorry.
done.
We are in the process of getting mic'd here.
Well done. Well done.
Okay.
Well done.
So,
Where's DJ? Ah, he's getting mic'd up.
Yeah, we got a butt shot of Chris. Not
Butt shot's good.
okay. Now, we're looking at Tyler getting mic'd up. Tyler, come on over to the couch, man.
All right. Hey, DJ. Well done.
DJ.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
All right, you'll be able to lord it
Well
over
done.
Tyler and Twerk and everybody.
Work.
All right.
Nice work.
Some of the losing teams.
No, it's all right. Join us, man. Join us.
All right.
Tyler, Twerk, get in here. Now,
All right. How's it going?
Chris, when we talked about this earlier today, did I not tell you that Star Marine was where Team Anvil was really going to shine and come back?
Yes, you did.
Yes,
you said
I
You
did.
guys were practicing
Yes, I
yesterday and
did.
we're doing quite well.
What do you think about that, Tyler?
You know what? I am happy for your team. I think you guys fought well, and this is not the end. This is not
No,
the end
this
of
is not the end.
No, this is just the beginning.
This is quite honestly,
Look for the
we
base, yeah.
we are going to be
Keep on
playing a lot more Star Marine.
I look forward to it. I look forward to it.
So DJ,
Yes.
you're one of the first community members to play Star Marine.
Yep.
What you think, man?
Stoked about it. Anytime I get to shoot, I thought that was Twerk. Where's
He's over there.
Oh, anytime I get to shoot that guy in the face, it's a good day. But no, it's absolutely an honor to be here. I greatly appreciate the opportunity to be one of the first community members to even play Star Marine. I know I'm not the only person that has been amped for it for a good long time, so it feels awesome. I like the feel of it. It's fast paced, but you still can work together as a team.
Yeah.
If the whole other team isn't hearing what you're saying, you're gonna.
Yeah.
get a little
That was-
frustrated.
that was a
I mean, I have to say that it's kind of hard because yesterday when everyone was practicing it, I was standing behind watching everyone play, and I could see everyone's monitor, and it's much easier than trying to cut two different viewpoints in a stream. So watching the stream, I don't think it sort of it relayed quite as fun or smooth as it is because we're cutting between these different viewpoints, and
Absolutely.
of course. When we're cutting, we don't know who's going to get shot or who's going to get killed and all the rest of the stuff. So I think what we're going to do is I think we've recorded the streams and we'll cut something later on from all these streams that will be a bit more narratively so you could kind of see how the battle goes. But I have to say, watching, generally when I've been watching the matches from behind, first of all, it's really nice and smooth. But second of all, it's really quite actually kind of fun. It's a nice balance between being fairly fast-paced, but not too fast-paced. So
Yes,
you know, in terms
absolutely.
of you have an opportunity to react when someone's shooting you and catching you, and it's not Call of Duty constantly moving like this, and then bam, you're dead and you respawn. And it's kind of fun with the control mode. So. We have another map that we didn't show here that will be on 2.6, which is Echo 11, which is a big sort of asteroid base that's been taken over by outlaws. So that'll be fun for people to check out. And we've been working on the performance too. So it's running as everyone could see. That was pretty much all at 60 frames a second.
Yep. In just the various builds we test, we've seen improvements every day this week. So I have been floored by the performance.
And the UI, there's still cleanup on the UI and animation and effects, and so there's a lot of little sort of cleanup details, and of course over later releases there's still more stuff like on the FPS. There's some moves that we don't have in here, like being able to slide and do some mantling and a whole bunch of other stuff, but I think it's a really good foundation, and also having that game mode's great to just because it's hard if you're in Crusader. It's like, oh, let's go to Korea and see if someone shows up or doesn't show up. And here you can just get in and say, let's have fun. And I think I mentioned on a ATV a few weeks ago that me and Aaron and Tony and Todd Pappy, when I was in Germany about 4 weeks ago, we was playing an earlier build, so had more bugs and didn't have some of the UI feedback and the stuff that's in this. And we still had a lot of fun. There was some tension and we're going to count down and we're going to hold this place. So there was this time where me and Aaron were holding out in that room where where the different terminals are to hack, and we just had to hold our terminal to win the game. So it's cool. So and that I would say is the big thing that we've been trying for 2.6, which I hope people will appreciate. We also shared the internal schedule today, so that went out on Letter for Chairman. It's on the website, so you check it out and you'll see we're going to be updating that weekly, and it's straight from our project and Jira schedule, so you'll know when we know. But I'm looking forward to, because we've been spending some time on sort of the play experience and the polish for Arena Commander, the racing, so there's the new flight modes, and then Star Marine, so people will have stuff to play and have fun competitively while we work on 3.0 and getting the Stanton system fleshed out, which is a lot of work, obviously. I hope people are going to like it. We're pretty keen to get out there. We still got some more work. Don't know if we want to talk about some stuff or ask some questions.
Sure. Hey,
not the biggest FPS.
Well, how about
feature
DJ?
expert, but-
Yes. Twerk. You've got the man himself here in person. You got a question for Chris Roberts?
I don't have a question. I just want to say thank you for
You're
having
welcome.
us.
Well,
Like,
no, thank you
seriously.
for coming
I
here.
appreciate it.
And thank you for being on, streaming
Yeah.
all the time and
We love
showing
it.
the world the game.
We
So I
love
mean,
doing it.
nothing beats actually showing the game getting played versus some slick marketing video or anything. You can actually see people playing,
Also,
having fun.
we do have some housekeeping. Capital ships are now on sale right now in the Pledge store. So you can go to robertspaceindustries.com, check that out. We've got a variety of ships available for sale. And that's just day one of our anniversary sale that goes on through the next week. So you'll want to check back every single day. Different ships go on sale each day. And for many, this is one of your only chances you may have to get some of these.
And I think if you missed it, I think we're putting up Nathan did this beautiful video for the Bengal and the Idris and the Javelin. So big guns of the UEE, and it looks very very good. We're not selling the Bengal, by the way.
We're not selling the
No
Bengal.
Bengal's getting sold.
We're not selling the Bengal. Put that on Reddit.
But the Idris and the Javelin, we're having a very small limited number too.
And another piece of housekeeping. From the Tavarin chat, we do have an image of the Tavarin. We will be posting that up at the conclusion of this live stream, so you want to check out the website for that as well. See your first look at what the Tavarin actually look like. All right.
Is that it?
Is that it?
That'll do it.
I think so. Okay. So that's it for today's live stream. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in, showing it, everyone that's supported us, whether they've just had one ship or a few ships, subscribers, and everyone that's made it possible here, everyone that's come out, the crew that's set all this up. There's a bunch of people behind the cameras here. You can't see, they've done a great job.
Yes.
Thank you guys. DJ and Twerk for coming all the way from Florida, and you guys flew in yesterday and were playing, and I think you were here till about midnight or something, which was about 3 or 4 in the morning for you guys. And everyone that played from our QA and our dev side, and everybody worked really hard to put together the 2.6 preview that we're showing you here. So it was actually a very useful thing to do this, because we've still got a bit more work to do, but focusing on, okay, everyone's going to see it publicly, polish it, get some frame rate going, get some polish going was good. So thank you to all, and thank you so much for supporting us for the last 4 years, and we're looking forward to building the best damn space sim ever. Woo!
Yay!
What a day! From alien delights to virtual wonders, it's been a dizzying whirlwind of sights, sounds, and most importantly, ships. So very, very many ships. But even so, it's a mere taste of what's to come. So be sure to join us right back here every day this week to catch all of Galactic Tour's Intergalactic Aerospace Expo coverage.